All right, we're gonna start this early because I feel like starting it early. How's everybody doing? We are gonna be unboxing a pair of Sovol SV06s, and I need your help on this one because I'm not certain how we want to do it. The one that's on the table right now is the one that Sovol sent me directly. This one over here, it's kind of off screen a bit, is the one that a buddy sent me when he saw the video. He said, "Oh, this is good. I'll have Grant take a look at it." He's the same guy that sent me the diamond nozzle. I have objectively an awesome friend. Not just because of the cool stuff he sends, but the cool stuff that he does that I can't talk about. Maybe he'll be hanging out in the chat today. Maybe not. Sebastian Jackal says, "Ooh, someone's front running the Voron stream." No, not yet. I don't have a Voron or anything like that planned. There is a stream planned for next weekend as well, but it might not be here in time. So we'll see what happens. Is my audio coming in through clear? Let me know what you guys think about that. We're trying out a new Wi-Fi setup in the standing set, which is... God, it's been a long time since I've streamed out here. Normally I film out here. And in fact, we are filming it, so the stream camera's there. Right above it is the filming camera. So we're just going to send it, and we're going to see what happens. It's either going to succeed or it's going to die a fiery death. But we'll see. Well, good. Everyone's looking good. Cool. So I guess while we have a few minutes, what do you guys want to do? Are we doing the one from Sovol, or are we doing the Amazon? So looking at the boxes, they're different. The boxes are different. I don't know what it's going to look like on the inside. So I wanted to do them both at the same time. Because why not? Let's have some fun with it, right? What do you guys think? Big B69, nice, says, "You have batch 1. I wonder what batch your buddy got." Great question. I have no clue. All right, we got to vote for Amazon. Travis Albert saying, "I just got my SV06 3 days ago. Found bed leveling a bit weird compared to the Prusa. Cut a big gouge across a new build plate. Click save settings. Print's good." Okay. Oh man, we're see, I was thinking we look at the one that they sent me first. We're gonna print with both of them at the same time. It's just which one we take out of the box first. So that one's kind of up to you guys. I've got the one from Sovol on the table, so the Amazon one's up here, and to skirt them around might be a pain, so I might have just made my own mind up. We'll see. But I'm glad everyone's here hanging out. Thankfully, it is not the temperature of hell here in Florida. It is a very cool 67 degrees. It's very close to being nice outside. Fahrenheit, of course. What is that? 18, 19C, somewhere in that range. So I don't have to have a fan on. There's no air conditioning in here. Oh, it's actually really nice for filming. But if it does get a little warm, I've got a fan out in front of the set that I can turn on. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's fair. Joel Driver says, "Open the one that's moving less boxes first." I knew I liked you guys. The Patreon members, y'all a bunch of degens, but... you know, I like it. So let's go ahead and add on the top-down as well. Yeah, I set this up ahead of time. Look, we have the top-down cameras here too. The color's a little bit different, but I can't fix that. So, sorry. Anyways, let's get into this bad girl. So these are the Sovol SV06s, and oh, hey, there's another box in here. I think the boxes are the same. The inside boxes are the same. Yeah, kitchen knife. Look, my normal unboxing knife is inside. The kitchen knife is always out here for general, just like cutting crap. And random Florida man things, okay? Do we just rip the box open? I'm not going to reuse this box, so let's just cut the box open. This is why we use serrated kitchen knives, because we don't care. And it's from IKEA, so it's not like this is a Woostoff or something, okay? Like, knife people, calm your jets, alright? Alright, the other thing is these are pretty heavy, which for the average person is not too much of an issue, but for me, might possess a bit of a problem. It's not about the lifting side, it is the movement side of it. Move the box out of the way. Yeah, that's fine. The box just hit a bunch of stuff on its way down. It's fine. It's fine. All right. We have the box. The boxes are the same. So at least that's a plus. Andrew Rodgers said, Stabby McStabberson. That's right. Stabby McStabberson over here. Pretty Visions 3D is here. How's everyone doing today? Enjoying your Saturday, hanging out. I want to do more streams. Let me know what you guys think about this. We did a test yesterday with some of our Patreon members, so if you do want to get involved in that, links to Patreon in the description down below. There's... Oh, opening it upside down. Thanks, guys. It'd be good if I read things. The box is the same on the top and bottom. Sovol, can you have it this side up for those of us that can't obviously read? Thank you. Thank you. Green side up like sod to open, my dad says. It's blue. It's blue. But yeah, let me know how this stream goes. We did about a half-hour test yesterday. And if you guys do want to get involved and hang out and, I don't know, screw around like it seems the Discord does pretty often, you guys are welcome there. I do share super secret things that the channel doesn't know about yet in there. So that kind of stuff is fun. If UPS can get, or USPS can actually deliver it. It was last updated in Kansas yesterday, so I don't think it's going to be here today. But if USPS does work, we might have another unboxing right at the end of the stream, so we'll see. Considering it was in Kansas yesterday, I have zero faith that it will be here today. But that will be an unboxing at some point, maybe. It's another scanner. I won't tell you what it is, but I'll tell you it's another scanner. The Patreon members know what it is, though. Or the Discord members, I should say, know what it is. All right. Actually, this packaging's pretty decent. We got a leveling guide. We've got some sort of, I don't know, card of sorts. And the user manual. Am I going to read this? Am I going to be forced to read this? Yeah, it's got the assembly instructions. Fine. Fine. Foam packaging. We've got... Hello? Oh. This is in more pieces than I expected. Okay. Got the screen unit thing. Got part of the spool holder, which I will never use. More foam. We've got something that's stuck to the machine. More foam. I gotta clean that up later. I should probably be nicer to myself about this, but we all know I'm not going to do that. All right. There's some blue filament wrapped around the Z-axis of my printer. Huh. Weird. Okay. I see someone's trying to get my attention in Discord. Why am I being pinged? Oh, okay. Never mind. No big deal. That's a filament sample, I'm being told. No, it's not. So the question is this thing worth the money, right? So the one I'm unboxing was sent to me by Sovol. They saw the video. Oh, and you know what? I should read the email on stream. I'm going to read the email on stream that Sovol sent. I summarized it for the video that we did, but I will read the email verbatim. So you guys can see that when I said that they basically said it's cheap enough you can buy it, I wasn't joking. Give me just a second. Let's pull this up. because it is objectively hilarious, and I'd love for you guys to see it. Let's see. There we go. Where's Sovol's response? Hi, Grant. Thank you for contacting us. I'm sorry, currently we are unable to provide a free printer for such a video. This was me asking about the best printer under $500 video. Would they like to be involved in it? The Sovol is only at $229 in the US now and will end in 24 hours. If you are interested in it, you could order it now, and I believe the SV06 will be quite worthwhile investment with its performance. That is a verbatim read of an email that they sent to me when I asked regarding a review unit. I give them credit. You gotta have some balls to send an email like that, but come on. That's not appropriate. Hey, if you like it, you can just go buy it. No, I want to review it, and I'm not gonna pay to review. It's ridiculous. Anyways. All right, let's take a look at this x-axis. We have aluminum extrusions on the vertical. Up top is injection molded components everywhere else. I do like these the tensioners here. Let's see if we can get that in focus in the camera here. Yeah, this tensioner, that's nice. I've installed something similar on my Mark 3S's. All right, so we'll set that over here for just a second. Let's see what else we need to get out here. It is a professional response, Maddie's. However, it's not a good one. Like it's not I don't like that. It's not my preference. Like, it would have been totally fine if they said, yeah, no, we don't have any printers available for that. The added, oh, if you want one, you can just buy it. It's not cool. Apparently, whomever runs their Twitter account agrees with me. So, anyways, wanted to get that one out there. We've got the y-axis. Ooh, let's see if I can show this on the top down here. There's a lot of racking back and forth in this, like quite a bit. We will be investigating if that is supposed to be like that or not in a moment. We gotta still get the rest of this thing out of here. We're using an XT60 connector. Not a huge fan of that. Power supply! Power supply! It is a 360 watt, 24 volt. Are we set to the correct voltage? We are not! So, fun story. We do house calls for 3D printing, so if people want to, if people want help with their printers, I will go out to them. Because, like, moving any printer without an auto bed leveler is pretty much useless. I spent, like, 45 minutes diagnosing this printer. Lo and behold, like, 90% of its problems were that the power supply was set wrong. And they had previously had it working, so I didn't expect this was going to be a problem. But apparently it is. Like, the problem that we have 40 people watching and only 13 likes. You guys should work on that or something. And that doesn't mean to leave. I think you get what I'm getting at. Like the stream. Like the stream. We have our Hotend. Damn. Hold on. Let's look at this bad unit for a minute here. I like the cooling. Normally I don't like cooling like this with these weird small blower fans, but the way that they've done that, where it's got a duct going around multiple sides, I can get behind it. It is an all-metal Hotend. No, they didn't. I think this thing's been printed with. Huh. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but there is some shmoo between the nozzle and the heat block. It's black. I don't think it's going to be there. This printer will likely be getting a diamond nozzle pretty much immediately because I have some hanging out and I would like to do that. Won't be on this stream. It'll be kind of once I've played around with it a little bit more. But, yeah. All right. This is cool. It's a planetary drive, direct. Uses a ribbon cable, which I'm not normally a huge fan of, but could be worse. And they're using another one of those ducted fan style things. Huh. Okay, someone is telling me we got Big B69 saying apparently they do test prints. I don't see any test print with it, but chances are they're just not including it in the box, which is totally fine. All right. That's all that I see in the box, so this box is going to get out of here for now. I don't think we're going to need it, but we're going to get it out of here. All right. Let's get the parts up on the table here. Motherboard, screen, power supply, X and Z, stuff. That's just power related. We don't need any of that. Now, they did include some tools. Let's take a look at it. I am likely going to opt not to use them. I prefer to use my own tools. You got the cutters. Everyone includes these cutters. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. That's a 40 by 10. Yeah, I have a few of those in stock. Cutters are okay. You know, same generic ones you get. Quality. Quality. Made in China, but has a US flag on it. Like, you're not... Maine made, America's best. Made in China. What is it? Marketing wank. That's what it is. All right. Dump this stuff out. We've got tools. Okay. Not bad. Hex keys are ball end. Can't hate it. Little screwdriver in there. Does come with an acupuncture needle. Don't use it. The nozzles are brass. And that means if you try to use an acupuncture needle on it, you are risking your hot end. We've got a pair of 6 mil. Is there a reason that we would need this? Curious. We've got a little spatula. The world's highest of high quality SD card and SD card reader. I'm going to use these as they come. So whatever, like, sliced G-code is on there, we're just going to use it. So yeah, let's grab the manual. Let's get started on this. Travis Albert says, the hot end is hard to see under for first layer. It is bulky. That's fair. Gregory Pfeiffer says, let's go. Almost slept through the unboxing. Well, you slept through the first unboxing. We're going to do another one. Super Mega Chicken 666 says, pick a side. Any side. Just one, though. SD card is a micro SD card. All right. Oh, all right. First thing we're going to be putting on the y-axis to the x-axis and see. All right. That goes like that. Slide her over here underneath the top down. And if you guys want to see more top down or less top down, just let me know. Lost in Tech is here. The hecklers arrived, apparently. Get them, boys! No. Lost in Tech's fine. But if there is any bullshit, mods, I'm leaving it up to you. I'm focusing on actually working. So, mods, you are my only hope. Don't be degenerates as well. I could use their tools. I'm going to prefer to use my own. It's just, yeah, makes it easier on me. No, I don't have an LTT screwdriver. We got some lock washers in here as well. Could be better, could be worse. Definitely not going to complain. These aren't the standard black oxide that you normally see. So credit where it's due. It's a little bit higher quality than what I'm used to seeing. Gonna set that there. Now I just got to find the right size. Head. First try. It is not saying anything about... These are the 550s, right? That looks to be about 2 inches. Yep, it is. See? I'm a guy and I can still measure. It has lock washers. It doesn't tell you to use them. I'm going to see if they fit. I assume they do. Yeah, they do. Okay, you're supposed to use them. I don't know where else you would use them. It's the only part of it that fits. Are we already having... Wait a minute. John Stern and Joel Driver are actually good people. Are we having degenerates in the chat? Oh, yes, we are. Okay. No, they're fine. Leave them alone. Chris, they're fine. John Stern and Joel Driver, they're fine. They're just screwing around. There's a difference between screwing around and being a dick. And if I have to define it for you, then you're part of the problem. So, yeah, they're fine. They're regulars, Chris. You're fine. Okay, Raphael says less top down. I can make it smaller if you want, but here I'll switch back. I'll switch back to main only. There you go. Who's being a reality? No, look, this is all about Sovol. I want to thank him for sending this, obviously. There's no money. I didn't pay for either of these printers. No money's exchanged hands. My thoughts are my own. Obviously, there's no way to be 100% unbiased with this, right? Getting something for free will have some inherent biases associated with it. And if we don't talk about them, then, you know, we ignore them. I am a self-described Prusa fanboy by the, not only myself, but by the Bamboo Labs Facebook group, who recently tried doxing me. That was fun. Because, you know, it's all public in Florida. It's not doxing if it's public, but you're still being a dick. Mr. Pfeiffer says, as a representative of the D-Gens, I say let them play. Well, you know what, sir? You can now decide. There you go. Now you can decide. Now you are the great decider! Super Mega Chicken 666 asks if there is another printer. The answer is yes. There is another Sovol SV06. They're going to be the same. The outer boxes were different, but the inner boxes are the same. But that doesn't mean we're not going to take a look at it today. And yes, I have 2 of them today. A buddy sent me one, and Sovol sent me the other. Hilariously, about 5 minutes after Sovol agreed to send one, my doorbell rang, and it was UPS. They had one for me. I said, there's no way. There's no way. And then I get a text message from my buddy saying, Merry Christmas. I see that. All right. They want to install the screen. So yeah. Good guy, my buddy. Why are they so angry, FJ Prince asks. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Is it pre-wired? No kidding, it's pre-wired? Hell yeah. Okay. All right. It does have a couple of places... Oh, top down's gone. There. It does have a couple of places how you can mount it. You don't have to mount it exactly the way that it says. So you can have it be more laid flat. Or you can have it more vertical. Huh. Credit where it's due. That's actually pretty cool. Wait, can I do this? Is that going to fit? I don't think that's going to fit. Let me check. So that works. Does the vertical one fit? No, it doesn't. Oh no. Dang. All right, well. Points deducted from Gryffindor, I guess. Huh. I was giving them credit. It only fits one. What? Why? All right, so this is the fun thing when you deal with companies that build machines to a price point. They're going to buy things off the shelf. One of them is obviously this screen. Come on. Jeez. One of them is obviously this screen. So it doesn't fit the way that you would expect because it's from a different printer. That does fit it that way. So it's supposed to go down more, but she's pretty well in there. It does not tell me about the wirings, so I don't know what I'm doing there yet. I don't know which of the buttons it's supposed to go on. I'm only mildly upset. Oh, all right. Hold on. Hold the phone. Check this. Everything is pre-wired for you. So, like, again, credit where it's due. I will say that's one of the more tedious things to do on a Prusa is actually wiring the printer. This is nice. It means it's going to take my assembly time down considerably. Yeah, that's not... You know what? Here, let's figure that out now. Well, no, Grant. Finish the assembly of the gosh darn printer before you start trying to fix it until you break it. All right. M4x20. All the bags are labeled as well, so, you know, we've got that. What plastic is it made out of? That's a great question. I'm assuming it's ABS, right? I mean, why wouldn't it be? It's the cheapest plastic to injection mold with. I'm not seeing any obvious maker marks, and I don't feel like grabbing a blowtorch to find out. Sorry. Wish I had a better example for you guys. All right. Ah, first plug on the screen, closest to the printer. Cool. Thanks, bro. Nice. Thank you, Mr. Albert. All right. Let's get the power supply on. That's going to go like that. Oh, I gotta change out the head. Yeah. Probably now the M3, I'm assuming. Every time. Works the first time, every time. Except when it doesn't. Sorry for the dead air. Contrary to popular belief, I don't talk as much as you guys might think, especially when I'm like focused. It is thick. The power supply is thick. It is not a mean well, though. It might mean well, but that doesn't mean it's a mean well. Yeah, you can boo me in the comments for that. I will say, though, it's not a bad power supply, but it's not from a company that I know. So. The logo on the belt tensioner is a bit on the cheesy side. That's okay, you can replace it. I have faith that this entire community is full of people that like upgrading things. So I have full faith in you guys. Hello? Go in, damn it. I know, that's what she said. Father is getting to me. All right, we have one screw that went in, but the other one didn't. So let's loosen this a touch. Let's see if we can get it to thread. Change out the plastic parts for orange 3D printed parts. So Sovol is supposed to be releasing this thing in open source. which would be really sweet. And again, similar to communities, right? It only helps. But yeah, then if they do release it open source, you could. But I would assume that the parts and the step files they release are going to be designed for injection molding and not 3D printing. So be careful on that because your tolerances will not be right. Lightspeed said, I saw the title. I thought you got a bamboo. No, I didn't. And if you don't stop acting out in my comments, I will remove you from the channel. Mods, keep an eye on him. These ones are supposed to be pretty good. I don't know, though. I haven't watched many videos on them. I watched a little bit of Sam Prentice's video on it when he did his install. But that was really for me to understand what I need to know about it. Excuse me? Go in. There we go. That is not a standard XT60. It is something else. All right, now it wants me to install the tool head. Aurora Techno found out that the power supply can't power the hot end and bed at PC temp. That's same without temp error. Well, we're going to try. It is a 360 watt power supply. Okay. All right, that's how it wants me to do it. All right, I'm going to... The printer... This thing is unwieldy. I'm going to turn the top down back on so you guys can see that. Because we are going to be installing the tool head. You know, credit where it's due again. Threaded inserts are nice to see. I do like the threaded inserts. Not a huge fan of ribbon cables, but that's more of a personal preference. I find that ribbon cables are generally incredibly fragile, incredibly fragile. Lightspeed says, what you learn about these machines, that the magic of the Prusa is that the firmware is so good. Sovol can't do the Prusa firmware. I mean, they can if they wanted to. If their machine is compatible with Prusa firmware. Ooh, didn't get it right that time. If the machine is compatible with Prusa firmware, they totally can. That is the value of open source. But their machine is a little bit different, so I don't think it will be compatible. And I don't plan on finding out because I don't want to kill motherboards. On top of that, it's a 32-bit board, and the Prusa board is an 8-bit, which does show the age of the Mark III's pretty well. TNH Tabletop, hey dude, how you doing? If you guys are looking for some interesting FEP replacement, TNH Tabletop sent some over, and it seems to be pretty good. Haven't messed with it too much. That's in an upcoming video where we will be upgrading a Elegoo Saturn with some cool features. Spurluck says, I love Prusa experience when you start it, or even Z leveling or self-check. Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again, right? If you buy a Prusa, you're not getting a Ferrari. And if you expect to get a Ferrari, you're out of touch with it. The machines are not designed to be fast. They're not designed to be sexy. They're not designed to do any of that. You know what they're designed to do? Work. And they do a pretty good job of that. At least mine do. All of mine do. The 13 of them that I own. But we will see what goes on with bamboo. I don't know what the plan is, but we'll see. This is nice, though. Literally just install, click over, and we're on. That is nice, because that is a pain in the ass on a Prusa. And one of the most... it's one of the things that I hate the most about a Mark III's build is the wiring. It sucks. So do they include clippers just so you can clip that zip tie? I think they do. Where'd those clippers go? So we're going to need them. I did not bring clippers. I didn't think I would need any. So we got a bunch of people here hanging out. How is everybody doing today? Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Got those 3 in there. And the instructions are good. No complaints yet so far. They're not Prusa good. But they're okay. They're okay. No complaints. I don't like the spool holder at the top, but whatever. It's not my preferred place. They want the spool holder to go like that. Oh, this is nice. A little twist lock on the spool holder. They want it to go like that. I don't want that. John Stern says, starting my day, starting to do okay. Finally got to sit down with my coffee after taking care of the kids. Cool. Oh yeah, Dopefish is right. No gummy bears, man. That's the big L right there. All right, I got a random spool of filament. I just want to see. Am I okay with that? Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right, I'll put it this way. This is my preferred way to have it. We use the garage industrial shelving from Sam's Club for all of our shelving stuff. No affiliate links or anything like that for that. But I have made adapters that fit the Prusa spool holders. This won't work for me because it's not going to fit in my rack. So this will be a just for this stream short-lived thing. But hey, that's okay. No real qualms. It's nice they have it. Everything is threaded inserts. So again, real nice. I am curious what their cost is on this because it's got to be pretty high, but I know economies of scale can really work up on that. Blood on Sound asks if I have any New Year's resolutions. I want to work with more sports teams. Professionally, I want to work with more sports teams. For those that don't know, we do a lot of high-end scanning. Well, I don't do as much as I want to, but we do some high-end 3D scanning. We have quite a few incredibly high-end 3D scanners. We have over $100,000 3D scanners in the shop. And I want to do more of that. There's good money in 3D scanning, and I would like to do more of it. I want to get flown around the country more to work with more sports teams. It's just fun. I'm not a huge sports fan, which means I'm great for working with sports teams since I'm not going to fangirl. But eating lunch with Ron Gronkowski and Tom Brady was pretty fun. I just don't care who they are, though. And Tom, I'm not going to sell your legs, so stop. There's a whole story to that. Patreon members know it, though. All right. We got that cable in. Is Mischief managed? I mean, that's not bad. This I don't like. Oh, whoa, hey. You're not limp and floppy like. I will give that. All right. Sovol, you're impressing me. And I'm not easy to impress. That's the build. I'm fairly certain that's the build. Why would they have me do anything after? Yeah. That's the build. Let's make sure all the cables are done. Y, X, Z. That's all on a ribbon. You are not done yet. Okay, and it came with a bunch of zip ties, but I don't know where you want me to put them, because honestly, it's not that bad. Not that bad. I want to take a look at this build plate, because the build plate rocks. something is loose. Ooh, that's not good. All right. It's loose. It's these screws here. It's the screws on top that are loose. That's not great. I don't like to see that, but I know with shipping and all of that, things can come apart. Yeah, I mean, that's like, that's not even finger tight. Yeah, totally loose. It might be intended this way. I kind of doubt it. Okay, that is expected. We're not as rigid as I would like. Clearly, there's been some value engineering, and there kind of has to be, right? There's really no way not to have some value engineering. We have a single-sided plate. Are you PEI on this side? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's not. Might have to get myself... What do you guys think? Do we do a Wham Bam upgrade for this? Do we do a Wham Bam upgrade? I don't know. Maybe we do. All right, I got to turn it toward me. You guys can still see it on the top down. I'm going to plug it in, and we're going to get it to run. Do we use the included, like, crappy white filament? Do you guys put me through that hell, or am I allowed to use other filament? You're gonna force me to use white filament, aren't you? I know you guys. You guys are gonna make me do it. We have life! Sovol. That's it? Holy shit. Okay. Does the inductive probe work? It does. All right. Got that on. There's no setup procedure. Okay. All right. Weird. But okay, yeah, everyone. Johnson says use PACF. I do have carbon fiber PLA out here. That probably needs to go inside and get dried. AJ Royal says, I want to see what it can do. I don't want to deal with the crappy printer. I feel that. We got to first go in here and do Auto Z-Line. Auto Z-Line's going to push everything up to the top here. I think. Nope, that's going to go down. That's okay. What's the one we want to do? We want to do the one where it evens out the x-axis. How do we do that in this printer? Oh, okay. It will auto home first, then it goes to the top. All right. She's a little slow. She's a little slow. It's a little slow. All right, while this is doing its thing, I'm going to go run in. No. I got this filament right here. This filament is a little wet, but it'll work. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Because by the time I have this one done, we should be at least somewhat through the benchy. It's moving, and it looks like it's moving well. Belts came sufficiently tight. No complaints. Probe just worked. I'm going to take this off. You guys can't see a damn thing. Can't see a damn thing. So I guess now it's going to go all the way up and slam itself into the thing. I'm curious to see. I've seen, I know Modbot talked about it on Twitter, that he liked the machine, but he felt that the amount of current given to the z-axis was not enough. Here, what I can do is I can turn this around to you guys. The fan on the power supply is a little noisy. Could be worse, though. I'm going to cheat. I want to pull the screen off so I can see it, but give you guys a better view of the printer. It ascends. Cable in the way. No? No, cable is not in the way. It does not get caught. It's close, but it does not get caught. All right. It apparently says that's sufficient, so I'd like to see the rapids go up some. Nothing I can do about it. Do we check what's on the card? I don't know if we check what's on the card. Build on Town asks if I have a dB meter by any chance. The noise floor in here is pretty high. I don't have a good dB meter, so I'm sorry. There's an... Oh, do I have a fire extinguisher handy? Yeah, we're going to test that. We're going to pull off the thermistor and see. I don't have a fire extinguisher handy, but I have... Yeah, I've got enough stuff. I've got enough, like... Yeah. And if I really needed to, there's a window right next to me that I can yeet the printer out of. It will break the glass window, but breaking a glass window is cheaper than a house fire. So, you know. God, this is slow. This is so slow. Are we good? All right. Finally. No. It's a clicky micro SD card. It did notice the media is inserted. From the media, we have a test, a dog, and a benchy. User manuals on there as well on the SD card, so credit where it's due. All right. Someone was saying that you can't heat up. You can't heat it up for polycarb, so let's do that. Polycarb should be... I'm going to give it 295. And the bed probably go to 100. Yeah, 100 on the bed. We're going to move the Z-axis up and out of the way. So far, I have no issues heating up this printer. So whomever was having that problem, they should... Right, is everything heating up? Yeah. So whoever had that problem, they should be looking to see if their power supply is set to 115 or 230. Because I am giving it the full enchilada, and it doesn't care. It is not fast to heat. We're at 150 and climbing. She's getting a little stinky. But I guess that's fair. There might be, yeah, there's PLA in it. That's gonna suck. Alright, well, I can validly prove that it's not really an issue. I don't want to burn crap in this hot end. So we're gonna turn the temp down. 210 be fine. We'll let the bed get to 100 though. We'll let it stabilize. While we're waiting for that, you guys want to do thermal runaway check? Should we do it? Should we do it? What do you think? Thermal runaway check? Do we do it? Worst Peter said, how often have you yeeted burning printers through your window? Never, thankfully. Everybody says do it. You all just want to see things catch fire in my garage. Something tells me the bulk of you are not here to the bulk of you are here just to see problems happen. All right. I'm going to send the Z-axis all the way up. It makes for easier access underneath it. Put this back on. It doesn't smell great. I will tell you, I don't know if it's the power supply that's a little stinky, but something in here is a little stinky. And is this blowing air out? It is. The power supply fan exhausts air rather than pulling it in. That's a little uncommon, but okay. You can do that. All right. Where is your thermistor? Oh, it's on the other side. All right. Thermistor's right there. I can see the thermistor. You know, the thermistor is not protected. The cable for it, like the wire, is not protected. It might be enamel coated, but that's the only thing that I see. Nope. That's too small. Never heard that one before. Never heard that one before. Okay, that's the right size. Okay. Smoky. The bed is still not at 100, by the way. We're still waiting for that. All right. Let's get you off of there. I think I have... Are these ceramic tweezers? No, they're not ceramic tweezers. Electronic geeks. Do we go at this without ceramic tweezers? Because I don't have ceramic tweezers handy. Do we go about it without it? Well, while we're waiting for you guys to get that, I think I'm just going to send it and pull it out. Pair of tweezers. It's a miniature cartridge thermistor. I've never seen a thermistor like this before. Ever. But there you go. The thermistor is officially out of the printer. The printer will go into thermal runaway. We will see if the printer kills itself. The printer has yet to kill itself. The hot end is down to 85 degrees. It's got to still be heating. There's no way it's not still heating. Are we serious right now? Are we serious? Oh, there it is! We got it. Thermal runaway. We got it. Can someone go back and get a timer for that? Error 1. Printer halted. Thermal runaway. E1. Printer halted. Please reset. There you have it. It has thermal runaway. Which is great because got a little concern there. Under 30 seconds or within 30 seconds. Yeah. There you go. You guys can put it on Twitter. It has thermal runaway. Now what we like to do is reset the printer, and you get the sensor back in as quick as you can, because you want to check to see how hot your hot end got to. 157, 185, 200, 208, 212. We're still rising. Okay, there you go. Stop at 214. So not too bad. Now, mind you, we left it alone for a while, so, you know, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Do you guys want to do it again and someone can keep time? I'm gonna set the printer. I mean, do we really want to do that? Geek Toy Box asks if it is 12 or 24 volt. It should be 24 volt. I'm fairly certain I said it was 24 volt earlier. It does have thermal runaway. It was not that long. That was a pass in my book. I said I ordered December 23rd. When will I get it? I don't know. I'm not Sovol. Why are you asking me that? I don't have an answer for you. Go look on their website. I don't know. All right, we're just going to go ahead and reinstall this then. So interesting, their thermistor is not really held. It's held in with a screw. It is a cartridge, but it's a mini cartridge. It's really short. Thermal Runaway, Lost in Tech says I missed it. What happened? Thermal Runaway did go through. We are good. This printer is safe. It's as safe as printers get. So we're good. We're good. Yeah, Thermal Runaway protection did trigger. Interestingly, we've got a port on the side of this printer, and I don't know what it's for. I want to take off these screws and figure it out. There's looks like to be an auxiliary port of some sort. While that is still cooling itself down. It is a loud printer, so I'm not too big of a fan of that. K Africano says, I thought you worked for Sovol. No, I don't. My channel's called 3D Musketeers, and I own 3D Musketeers. I don't work for Sovol. Sovol did send this over for review, so there is no money exchanging hands. And can I get a like for a Thermal Runaway check, like I promised? I think that deserves a like. All right, so we've got an auxiliary part of some sort. So, I don't know if the top down's going to pick it up really well, but right there is an auxiliary port. It is 3 pins. And I have no clue what it's for. If I had to guess, I would go with maybe an auxiliary fan, but I honestly don't know. The fan duct did warp a little bit, so that sucks. So if you do get one of these and you do want to print high temps, be careful about that. The fans are the loudest thing on this machine. The machine is pretty quiet otherwise. The stepper motors don't seem to be very loud, so credit where that is due. However, the power supply fan is really loud. Damn it. That's the problem with the back injury. Reaching down to get stuff is, like, really painful. All right. Let's get this extruder put back on, since I have no clue what that port does. Joel Driver says, love that removable tool head. I would normally agree with you. I am a little miffed because it does not use a... I've never seen a half-length cartridge thermistor before. I've never seen that. And I have no clue what it's from or where it's... or what it's for. Right? So, that worries me a little bit. Otherwise, I'm pretty much okay. But hey, it's got Thermal Runaway, and it triggers. This appears to be Marlin-based. Just with how quickly that triggered, it appears that we're Marlin-based, which is good. I mean, that's what we would want to see on a printer like this. Do we go ahead and just print a benchy? Is that what you guys want to do? You want to print a benchy? And while we're doing that, we can go ahead and run the other printers. I'll put this one over there, and we can run the other printer. Get that one unboxed and get it set up. Does that sound good? Port was for a filament sensor. You know, that makes sense, because this thing doesn't have a filament sensor. That is not in its manual. A filament sensor is not in the manual. You know, I will give Sovol credit, and you guys know, like, I'm the type of person that's not going to give a company a pass on this kind of stuff. The build was really easy. I mean, we're what? An hour deep? Yeah, we're barely an hour deep into the build, and we've already tested Thermal Runaway. That's pretty damn good. Like, credit where it's due for sure. Absolutely for sure. Yeah. And what are these, like 240, 260 bucks? And if you guys see me looking over there, I have a screen over here. That's what I'm looking at. It's a television that's mounted to one of the shelves, so I can see chat and all that. I appreciate all you guys coming here and hanging out, having fun with me. Faster build than a Prusa? Absolutely faster build than a Prusa. 100% faster than a Prusa. Because a Prusa, a Mark 3S kit, I can do it in about 6 hours, and that's rushing. Oh, all right. We're at PLA temps, I guess. 185 it says for PLA. Let's turn this thing around. Gonna turn this thing around. Are we gonna print on this? That's the plan, right? Everyone wants to see it print. The lack of a the lack of a filament sensor is kind of frustrating. Because there's no easy way to load filament unless you want to like manually force some in. Hello? All right, let's just cut this filament. All right, filament's been cut. Extruder is open. Can I get it down into the nozzle? I can! And the previous color this printer used was red. All right. And it appears to be PLA. So, plus. All right. Other than wiping the bed down, which we can do that now. Little paper towel with some alcohol on it. Get all the grease and garbage off. Cough because you're putting alcohol fumes into the air. Chris Catlett. Oh, we're all yelling bed mesh. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Bed leveling. Level bed. Hey, that's a thing. We're good. We're doing it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to chat. This bed wire's a little how you doing, but it should be okay. All right, so we're doing bed level. Click save after. Okay. Travis, where would I click save? How much is this printer going for a build on sound test? I believe they're like somewhere between $210 and $300. So they tend to hang out in that price. She's not fast. At least on the movement, but I mean theoretically when they release the Marlin repo, you could flash that in if you wanted to. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. This is eSun Matte PLA. For those wondering. Just some random eSun I have laying around. Alright, we're doing a bed mesh. 25 points, not bad. Oh, this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while. Oh, apparently the instructions do show you. Hey, who knew reading instructions can be useful? So after clicking auto home for the first time, the machine will preheat to 120 and 60. That's good. Eric W., there is no filament runout on these machines. That is the one thing they don't come with, but apparently there is a port for it, according to commenters here. So, bonus nachos. Okay. So, we have to store the settings. So here, I'll show you guys the manual. It says, click bed leveling, auto home, preheat, auto home. After clicking auto home for the first time, the machine will be preheated automatically, nozzle to 120C, hot bed to 60. After temperature is reached, click auto home again to process. Okay. After machine stops, go back, click Z probe offset to adjust the distance between nozzle and hotbed. But you do have to click store settings. Okay. No problem. D-Shred says, only thing missing is a runout sensor. I would agree. I would agree. It says to hit save after each step. Okay. It should auto-save. Like, there's no excuse for the fact that it doesn't auto-save. But, hey, whatever. But look, out of all the potential things it doesn't, or it might not have, a runout sensor is one of my least concerns, right? You can do the old school method where you drill a hole in a can and you hold and you hang it on your filament, so when your filament runs out, the can falls down. But you know, honestly, out of all the things it has, I can fault it for not having a filament runout sensor, but I'm not going to currently tell you that a Prusa, because it has a filament runout sensor, is that much, you know, is worth all that extra money. Because it's not. At least from looking at it. Bed leveling. I now need to store settings, apparently. Right? Yep. Store settings. There we go. We got the little click back. Now we need to do our probe Z offset. Well, I can tell you that's not right. After machine stops, go back and click Z probe offset to adjust the distance between the nozzle. Wait, that's what it's telling me? No, let me rehome this thing. That doesn't seem right. I'm gonna home this thing first. Travis Albert says, get my paper out. Alright. Bed leveling. Probe offset. I can go get a webcam if you guys want to try to see what I'm doing, but yeah. D-Shred says, I think you need to set the Z first, then mesh. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. They gave a leveling card, didn't they? Right? Yeah. Like, there's a whole thing on just the leveling. Alright, hey. You give me this, I'll use it. Okay. Chuck Hellebuck's rolling right now. I can hear it. Alright, now we're going to do save one more time. Oh, yeah, you are supposed to do the Z offset before. So, all right, I'll do it one more time. No big deal. No big deal. One more time is no big deal. All right. We'll let that run. I'm going to move the printer out of the way. And then we will get the other one here so we can unbox it and do the same thing. Let me get a bag here full of all the stuff I want to keep. I'm not going to use these zip ties. I don't think I need to. I don't know. You guys can comment about that if you want. I don't think I need to use them. This printer is high-end for Shep. Oh, be nice to Chuck. I like Chuck. He's a good guy. Good guy, Chuck. He's been nothing but nice to me. And, you know, he sent me a couple of those levelers. I asked him if I could buy them directly through him so he didn't have to pay Amazon commissions, and he just mailed me two. It's a nice guy. He didn't have to do that. I was more than happy to pay. Absolutely more than happy to pay. But he wanted me to have a couple. So, he sent me a couple. This white PLA? Garbage! Garbage! White PLA! Throw it away! We got 69 viewers. Nice. Thank you guys for hanging out on a Saturday. Appreciate it. Oh god, we just jumped up to 74. That's sweet. Who is pinging me? Apparently, oh, someone just pinged me saying they got new firmware that does X-twist compensation. Fancy. I like Dopefish says, you haven't given that PLA a chance. I don't need to. I don't need to give that PLA a chance. It hasn't earned it! Your chances are earned! Alright, let's store that setting. Okay. Now, if everything else is right here, this thing should be ready to print, so I'm gonna switch its location with the other box, and we're gonna leave this one printing while we get this one unboxed. Sound good? Sound good. Let me see if you guys can see all that. Oh, you can. Sweet. All right. Print for media. Benchy. Cool. All right. Well, that's going. Let me make sure the box is the right way. John Stern says the titanium dioxide makes filament abrasive and prone to jamming. Worst Peter says print the user manual first. I like you guys. You're funny. You guys are funny. All right, let's get this one open. Hopefully this is same. Hello? Okay. What temps are you? You're going to try to print at 170C? That's not going to work, Sovol. And I'm going to manually take a look at this Z offset. It's doing a very Creality, very Creality style. That's a little too close. All right, that should be better. Ah, you're not sticking. A little closer. When in doubt, go closer. Ooh, this benchy doesn't look good. Are you still feeding filament? Yeah, it's feeding. Okay. Golly. Well, that looks like it's gonna work, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, guys. Oh, it's definitely too far now. It doesn't give me the granularity that I'm looking for, so I don't know. Well, right now we definitely need to start a new one, so I always have to store the settings, I assume. So we're going to go ahead and start a new one. Let's see what the stop procedure looks like. Okay, it does move it out of the way. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm not happy with that first layer, so I'm going to come here and adjust that. Good adhesion, but yeah, that first layer is a little rough. So we'll get it sorted. Try it again. All right. We got that going. Mine started clicking second print. I had to lighten the filament screw kind of tight. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about how much pressure is on the filament. All right, I'll loosen mine a little bit. No big deal there. Let's get the second one of these out. And if you guys do want to get it, there are affiliate links in the description for Amazon. I don't have one for Sovol, and I don't think it's available on Amazon. If you want to help us out, great. If you don't, that's fine. But, you know, you're not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for coming out and hanging out. Tomorrow is a podcast, so if you guys want to hang out again tomorrow, got a podcast. It is a solo episode again, but next week we have a special guest on the podcast. That one's going to be fun. And it's going to be on my birthday. I am streaming on my birthday next week. So all right, I'm watching it. I'm watching it. Right? You gotta make sure it's okay. So first couple of prints, you're like, are you okay? Are you running? So let me get the Z probe offset here. Are we extruding filament? We're not even extruding filament. Why are we not extruding filament? Okay. Well, whatever. Now we're not extruding at all. No, we're not extruding at all. No, it's not extruding at all. All right. We're clearly not ready for the second one yet. So you can just get stood vertically there. While we bring this one back into frame, because this is clearly not ready. You are not ready yet. You are mad. So let's figure out why you're mad. Are you pulling filament? No, you're not. All right, I'm going to cut the filament here, and we're going to refeed it in. We're going to see if it works. Okay, it is feeding now. Just checking to make sure it's coming out the nozzle. All right, now we're coming out of the nozzle. Now we can stop this print and start it over again. I assume it was when I messed with the idler tension, but we'll see. Oh, tight. Almost bottom it out. Okay. All right, well. There you go. One more time for the benchy. And then we're going to get the other one unboxed. That sucks. Is that a spatula or something you butter your bread with? That's what it comes with, all right? So don't give me crap. This is what it comes with. Don't give me crap for that. That's on them, not on me. I think it's a little too cold, personally. I'd like to see the benchy print it like 200. So I think I might do that. Because I just don't think that that's hot enough, to be honest with you. 175 is way too cold for most PLA. Is that an emergency screwdriver? Everything is an emergency screwdriver if you think about it that way. All right. We're almost there. I am concerned about this bed wire. It is clearly going to drag, and the way that it stands, it can get caught underneath the machine. So I don't know if I like that. Yeah, we're still a little far. Oh, yeah. We gotta get way closer. I know this is a little boring for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not cool and I don't have another... I have another webcam. I just don't have it set up. And it's not out here. I'd have to go inside to grab it. We're definitely getting closer. All right. I think this is serviceable. It appears to be serviceable. If anything, it's a little close. Just waiting to see what layer 2 looks like. And then we're going to be probably setting this thing aside. I can hear how wet this filament is. So if this is a little stringier than normal, it's not their fault. Not going to be their fault. All right. Cool beans. I'm going to take you and sit you over here. Can we still see that? We can. Cool. There you guys go. Now you get to watch it while we unbox number 2. Ah. Mike Jones said, I've actually been shopping for a printer the last few days, and this was in my sights, but saw the SVO5 today. Same deal, but a box size. Huh. Like an Ender 5. I don't know. I am more partial to bed slingers than the big box style printers because they take up way too much. The box style printers take up a ton of space, like way more space than I want them to. Another set of manuals. Put those back there. screen. That. Goodbye, Mr. Bond. You. Goodbye, Mr. Bond. You! You. See you later, nerd. You. Come out completely clean. I don't have to worry about you. You can go there. Extruder comes out. Power supply comes out. Foam comes out. Y-axis comes out, and I'm fairly certain that's all that's in this box. Check one last time to be certain. I'll see nothing. Enjoy. All right. So we did the first one. We follow the directions. Can we speed run this one? That's the question. That's the question. This one is tight. So this one is tight. The last one came loose during shipping. But maybe that's the Amazon versus not Amazon. Who knows? Let's check in on this one. How we looking? We are looking like we're not extruding anymore. Cool beans. Hello? Are we going to start actually extruding? I don't think it... I think it pretty failed. No, it's extruding. We might have caught it in time. We'll see. Yeah, that extruder pressure is way too low. Way too low. Black Canyon Model Works asks if I've ever thought about or tried to review the Mingda Magician printers. They love the Magician X. No. If Mingda... I don't know what it is. I assume it's an Ender 3 clone, because what isn't these days? But I can take a look at it. Will I review it? I don't know. I don't know. We still pulling? Yeah, we're pulling. Okay. Alrighty. Apparently these are supposed to be TPU powerhouses. I've never worked with a printer that has a drive system like this, though, so I am actually really curious to get a hold of it. And I'm just checking the camera above his 40% battery. That's rough. %40 battery. So make sure you're plugged in a minute. All right, let's get the second one set up. I will say the instructions were reasonably straightforward. I didn't have too many issues with it that weren't immediately my own. Other than me putting the x-axis on the wrong way. None of you guys caught that. I caught it, but it was a little late. There we go. X-axis was on backwards. Now it's not. That's an easy thing to do. So Mike Jones says that these have good reviews and that they're better than Enders. You know, I don't know. I will say from just outward experience with it, it's pretty good. But, I mean, it's a Prusa clone, right? So if they did a good job at cloning it, the knock out of the park win. So that's how I look at it. Okay, let's get the top one on the other side. Speed assembly. Yes, we're doing a speed assembly. Welcome everyone who's in here hanging out. How's the stream been, by the way? How's the quality of the stream been? I'm curious if there's been any stuttering, buffering, or whatever. "3D Monkey says, in today's episode of Will It Burn?" We already tried that. 3D Monkey, were you here when we tried that? We pulled out the thermistor. We'll try it again, though. Because we have another printer, so we can't assume that the one that they sent me is not a golden unit. So we now have to test all the same stuff. Can you please disassemble the extruder? You know? What do you guys think? Do we do the Dave Jones? Don't turn it on, take it apart. Or do we actually turn it on first? Y'all tell me. Maybe we should disassemble the extruder. That'd be kind of cool to see. Zombie says, I heard the extruder's a pain. It doesn't look like it's fun, I'll tell you that much. It does not look like it's fun. Alright, power supply. Power supply, Dom, if you're still here, it is 24 volt. This one is also set to 230 volts, so if you get one of these, make sure you set it to 115. Are you good? That was a really fast movement. That didn't sound good. You only need a couple of Allen keys to do this too, which is nice. Print in place prints work out of the box. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know much about Mingda. I know that they have one of their distributors is a company that I really don't like, and I tend to avoid any. Damn it, Grant! You're putting on the power supply backwards. I tend to avoid anyone that does business with them like the plague. No, I'm not here to name and shame, so I'm not going to do that. So don't ask. I firmly believe that printers should no longer come with PTFE lined hot ends. If this one doesn't come with one, then there is really no excuse anymore. And that's actually why the Elegoo Neptune 3 Pro did not win first place in the video. It did not win because it does not come with an all-metal hot end. And I believe it's 2023, okay? Right? FDM, FFF printers have been around for a long time. Companies have copied and sullied the name of good manufacturers out there. Certain geometric-based companies make reasonably okay clones. Why are all printers not coming with all-metal hot ends? It is nothing but being cheap. That's all that it is. There's no excuse other than we're cheap. And I don't like that. Massive fan of direct drive, though. Massive, massive fan. We can take this apart. Is that the plan? You want to do that? How the hell do we take this apart, though? Okay, I see how to take it apart. You guys want to take apart this hot end? Here, and you know what? If we do it... I have set this up in a way that would make sense for this. So let's do the main overhead. Huh? Huh? And this is a camera that I can zoom in on, but I'm not going to. Because it will mess up the recording that I have running. Unless, Andrew, if you're here, if you give me an okay to do that, I will. As Mr. Pfeiffer says, I'd rather fix a clog on an all-metal Hotend than a PTFE one. I 100% agree. Would you guys want to see more kind of electronic-y videos? I don't know the right, like, electronic-ish videos. We have an electronic set that no one's ever seen. We've never shown it on video. So I'm curious to see if you guys would want to see something like that. But we are going to be disassembling the extruder of a Sovol SV06. And I'm excited for that. I like that everything is just with those little connectors, but I don't see where I can get replacement thermistors, because they are not a type of thermistor that I keep in stock. Which is crazy, because I keep the two basic ones in stock, the glass bead and the cartridge, and this is neither. It is a half-length cartridge thermistor. Oh, is that really? It is accessible. They made this so you can access it without taking off the board, which is what I already did. Alright, well, fine, I will screw the board back in with 1 or 2 screws. Sorry, I know, riveting content. I'm trying here. Oh, hi, Amber! Amber's in the chat. Say hi to Amber B. It's almost Amber's birthday. Her birthday's on Tuesday. You guys should wish Amber a happy birthday. What did Grant get you for your birthday? He had his entire chat say happy birthday to me, and I felt embarrassed. That's Amber's answer. All right, so we got it apart. It's not very bright, is it? The top down's not very bright for you guys, is it? I don't think it is. How the hell do we keep getting it apart? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. There are some screws that are deep in there. I'm going to have to use the tools that it came with to do that. My birthday is next Sunday, and I will be streaming, and I have my first guest of 2023. And unfortunately, it is not Mr. Joel Telling. That would have been cool if I could have had my birthday with Mr. Joel Telling, but I got a cool guest. I think you guys will like it. I found an individual who works in this industry that is just like me in terms of their, like how excited they are about everything, but they're female. And that's really uncommon to find women in product development, but even further, women that are crazy passionate about product development, because I've never found one. Amber's great, but she does not care for what I do. It's cool, but I don't think it has any interest in her. Okay, first hot end screw is out. I'm a little worried about breaking wires here, but y'all don't make it easy for me to get into this thing, so... What? Patient will... Oh, caution. Are they just full of... Oh, are they just as full of cynicism as I am? Yeah. Duff asked if Amber ordered something nice with my credit card. She does have my credit card. Oh, she says she has... You have... You'll see. You don't have passion like this lady does. You have passion for nursing. You don't have passion for the product development industry like this lady does. She matches me hand for hand on passion. But she's not as awesome as Amber, sorry. Amber's better. Okay, this is stupid. Alright, if we look into the hole, right here, that hole, you can see there's a screw poking up from the hot end. I don't think I can remove this bolt. Yeah, you can't remove the bolt. That's interesting. Yeah, the bolt is captive. All right, let's slide this apart. Oh god. Don't do this! Because the entire planetary drive just falls apart. So there you guys go. There's your planet and your sun. There's your planetary drive setup. There you go. I've now made a mess. A huge mess that I now must clean up. Oh, there's purple grease everywhere. Oh, God. Nice thing to see. I was not expecting that. Oh, okay. The planetary drive system is plastic, so the gears are all plastic. But even though they're plastic, they are on bearings. Oh my god, Grant. Words form sentences. Worst Peter asked me how the grease tastes. It's not lithium based, I'll tell you that much. So let's rebuild this planetary drive system. Shouldn't be that bad. Nothing I've never done before. And yes, every single time I've had to do it is because of my own stupidity. Not a lot of grease. Not very tacky. I would say it is bottom of the barrel grease. Some mistakes were made. That's okay. I do it for you guys. I do it for you guys so you can see the, wrong way, Grant. There we go. Now you can see the planetary drive setup. There you go. Now I'm going to try to get this back together without breaking shit. Huh. Alright. It went right in. Sweet. Pro tip, if you do this, unplug your heater and thermistor. You can thank me later. Scraping the barrel grease, surely. Yeah, it's not great. But with how slow that's all going to turn, I don't know if it's really needed, right? Normally you would have good grease in a planetary drive setup because it's under a lot of torque. It's just not, right? The system's not under a ton of torque. How's this benchy looking, Baba? Holy shit, this benchy's looking amazing. All right. All right. Duff says, ooh, bottom of the barrel grease. Got some hints of oak. Yes, you could say it's got a little oaky flavor to it. Like it's been aged in a barrel for decades and no one's cared about it because it's grease! My neighbors. There's an open window in my garage. My neighbor's like, what the actual hell is he yelling at this time? Look, it's not Creality, okay? Where's the... There we go. You know, I will say, credit where it's due. The system is not that difficult to take apart. It's a little daunting to service if you don't really trust yourself with electronics. Oh, I'm asked if it's a single or dual drive. I don't know. Let's take it apart again and find out. Because I don't have the answer to that. This time I'm going to be smart and just unplug all the damn cables, and I'll just replug them back in. That is the benefit of having a breakout board like that. It is easy to go ahead and take it apart. I believe this is going to be a single drive. Just kind of looking at it. Wait a minute. There's no way. Oh, hold on. If I undo this, you guys should be able to see it a little bit better. If I take this off, open the door. Oh, wow, it is dual drive. Holy shit. Look at that. That's dual drive. Damn. All right. Can't hate it. And the filament path is incredibly well constrained. Let's see if the camera will pick this up. Yeah, there. You can see the hole. Oh, no, you can't, Grant. Move it so you can see it. There you go. You can see the hole for the filament. It's pretty well constrained. These are large gears. These are larger than Prusa gears. I have not seen gears this large on an extruder since, like, a bit. So, Powers Powder is asking me to explain dual drive. All right. So, a Creality system is a single drive where it's got a gear on the motor and then just a wheel. Okay, and the wheel applies pressure onto the motor. Those are generally seen as not the best setups because you're not grabbing the filament from both sides. You're only grabbing it from a single side. A dual gear setup like this only has one gear driven, but then they're meshed together with a set of gears. So that as the filament goes through, both gears are turning at the same time, gripping the filament from 360 degrees, making it considerably better for running things like TPU and other softer plastics. Hope that helps. Hope that explains it. When it comes to 3D printing and doing it on the business scale, I really don't run machines that aren't dual gear because it just creates problems. It just creates problems. And I'm not trying to create problems. Trivia time. What was the first dual gear extruder? I would think it's a Wade's. But I could be wrong. I would think that it's a Wade's extruder, but let me know what you guys think, and then John will tell us. Time for some TPU, John Stern says. Yeah, you're not wrong. It'd be nice to have a dedicated TPU printer, but I can tell you, you know what it's really time for on these? Diamond nozzles. Both of these will be getting diamond nozzles. One will get a 0.4, the other one will get a 0.6. Because I want to put a nozzle on the printer that's worth 1/3 of the printer. Because I can. Fairly certain that it was a Wade's extruder, though. Alright, and another thing to note, back into frame, Grant, thank you, that way, is we got to plug all these little plugs back in, and they're not all that easy. Especially the heater one. God bless it. God, that's really tough. All right, I'm going to take this away from the camera so I can actually look at it. There it goes. Okay. Like, that's really not going back in. All right, same thing for the thermistor cable. The thermistor cable wants to be underneath. And we'll do the same thing. We will test thermal runaway on this one just to make sure. There you go. Thermistor cable's in. Over on this side, we've got a fan and a stepper motor. And over here, we've got a fan and a stepper motor? Oh, fan and the probe. That's going to be your probe. So yeah, it looks like they do have provisions for a filament runout sensor. They just didn't include it. It'd be nice to see it as an optional upgrade in the future. Yeah, so we have that spare plug right there, but everything else is good. Now, and to be clear, those that are shitting on Bamboo right now, Bamboo does have thermal runaway. It just takes 3 minutes, which I'm not a huge fan of. So, all right, now we can get back to actually getting through this machine. I am down to below 30% on that camera. So you know what? Give me just a second. I'm gonna get a different... I'm not going to get a different charger because I can't get through there. I'm going to plug this thing in differently. Give me just a second. Yes, I can come around the second. Let's see. Are you actually charging? Should be. All right, are you charging now? You say you are, but I don't believe you for a moment. All right, give me just a second here. What we're going to do is we're going to transfer back to the main thing. I am going to go grab a better charger for that camera so it doesn't die on me. And I will be... Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I don't know. Someone go do stuff. Actually, hang out, but y'all... John, give us the answer in the chat. On top of all this, my log pack is dying. So I will need to replace that as well. So give me... bear with me for just a little bit longer. We will get all this taken. Yeah, alright. That should be charging now. Beautiful. Time for a song. Who's singing? Not me. I can't sing. Alright, and now I gotta change out... the battery on the lav pack. Give me just a second. So those that don't know, I record with a Tascam DR10L. And it's a body pack, so it will record natively onto itself. You're listening to this microphone here. But the mic that I use every day is a Tascam DR10L. That's my lav mic that you guys hear. Just make sure the battery's good. We'll start a new recording. We'll do a clap. Cool, battery's good. They only get about 4 hours on a battery. So, gotta do a clap. And that also picks it up to the top down, which is still running. Cool. All right. We're back. We're back. Everything is good. And I've got a camera that is hopefully charging. We'll see. If not, it is what it is. It dies when it dies. Second one. We gained people while I was away. I figured we would have lost people, but we gained people while I was away. Crazy. Internet is crazy. I love you guys. It is crazy to me that we have 86 people here hanging out. Thank you all for spending your Saturday hanging out with me. The Benchy is in charge. Yeah. Now the cat's in charge. She was inside. She was doing good. I would get her, but she's going to freak out, and I don't need to be cut, basically. All right, hot end's on. Don't forget to hydrate. We need 17 to leave? No, we don't need 17 to leave. We need 15 to join. I'd love to hit 100 people on a stream. That would be really cool. That would be a really cool birthday gift. If you guys want to have 100 people show up to the stream on next Sunday, that would be absolutely cool. The channel's been exploding, and I'm confused as to why. I don't feel like I'm doing anything different or special, but if you are a part of our Discord, you've been seeing it. We actually just hit 1 million views on the channel. So, yeah, which is crazy. But we had almost 60,000 views the past 48 hours, and it's been steadily going up to that for a long time. I am really, really excited for this, because I love making content, but I'll tell you, it is very expensive. To do it the way that we do it is very expensive. It's very, very, very expensive. But I absolutely love it, and I don't think I'd have it any other way. Although making money would be another way that I would have it. That would be different. But, you know, ultimately, I love doing this, and I would do it whether you guys were here or not. So, apparently word is getting out, John Stern says. Yeah, but does that mean the haters come with it too? Like, I have a scheduled talk with my local police department next week to talk about swatting. Because, like, those are the things that you have to start worrying about. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess we're getting to that point where we have some haters, and I got to be careful because I don't need people kicking in my door. It's not fun. I don't have a dog, so at least we don't have to worry about that. Some people will get that joke. That's a really bad joke. But, yeah, I don't know. People can be really mean sometimes for no valid reason. This is honestly the coolest thing. The freaking... The power supply. It is so easy. Like, honestly, all manufacturers should... Or not power supply, the motherboard. All manufacturers should do that. That is so nice. Like, so nice. I'm not a ribbon cable fanboy. I've talked about that previously. This one isn't bad, but I've had better. I had a nickel for every time I heard that. I'd be a rich man. Who on earth would hate you? That's crazy. Go hang out in the Bamboo Lab Facebook group if you want to see who hates me. They all kind of hang out there. Yeah, a couple of them doxed me. That was fun. And one of them said they're going to come over to my house. And I said, I live in Pasco County, Florida, where previously Live PD was filmed. Do you really want to play a game of fuck around and find out with Florida Man? Because I don't think you do. Don't think you do. All right. Other than the X-axis cable, which is right here, we're done. Time. All right, let's get the power cord. Let's plug it in. Oh, I guess we should put the... Do I do this one the other way just to trigger everybody? Do I do it the other way just to trigger everybody? Because I think I should. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just to upset people. You kind of have to dox yourself. So you kind of have to dox... no, so Florida, fun fact about Florida, is that everything is public record here. Everything is public record in Florida. So, like my business filings and all that, it's all public record. And in the state of Florida, you are not able to file a business as a P.O. box. And while I could go with a Delaware LLC and that kind of stuff, like a lot of companies do, I just can't be bothered right now to do it. So I don't. But yeah, it is what it is. Some people suck, but a lot of them are going to be empty threats. But that is kind of what you sign up for when you become a content creator. You sign up for people that will eventually hate you. So something to note there. You live in Florida, Grant? Does that mean if I come visit, we can go gator wrestling? I mean, you can go watch gator wrestling. I don't recommend it because, like, look, gators are not something you should mess with. All right, I get it. People joke that, oh yeah, what do you ride a gator to work? So, whoa, fun story. Back when I was using my cane, we found a baby gator in the road. This is common, especially when there's construction going on, which there was. We found a baby gator in the road. And so Amber got out of the car, and I gave her my cane, and she's just kind of, you know, telling the gator to move. It's not very big, maybe 2.5, 3 feet. It'll break your ankle. And you're gonna have a bad day. You're gonna end up going to the hospital, but it won't kill you, right? We're working on it, and eventually the police show up because it really does not want to move, and it's just snapping at every car that drives by. And the police officer gets the cane from Amber, and the gator just grabs the cane. And I don't have video of this. I have video of the officers pulling up and all that, but he just grabs it and the whole thing, and just kind of like flicks the gator on the cane and just like uses it as a catapult to launch the gator into the median. It was hilarious. They're armored vehicles, basically, right? They're dinosaurs. They can handle that kind of abuse. But it was just funny, right? That's a very Florida thing. The cops show up and they get an asp or they get a cane or something, and the gator bites it, and then they just yeet it into a median or a gutter to get rid of it. Juan Regalado? I'm gonna screw that up. Asks, what is my take on the bamboo thing? We talked about this a little bit earlier. I don't believe that thermal runaway should take 3 minutes. I'm glad that it's there, but I do believe even with a PTC heater, you're gonna damage hot ends, right? A max of 400C, and that's assuming the PTC does function the way that it should. But a max of 400C is effing hot, by the way. It should damage regular thermistors, but I'm honestly not 100% sure on that one. I believe it does. I know regular thermistors don't work that high. Oh, this printer was already on. There we go. We got life. I believe that I overreacted on Twitter, but it is what it is. I got mad and I called him out, as I should, right? It's my job to call out companies. But I think that they're a hardware and software company, right? I understand if they have crappy technical support and crappy customer support because they're DJI or ex-DJI, and that's kind of what DJI is known for, having lackluster customer support. Having great products, but everything else is just kind of meh. I don't like what they did. I'm not a fan of it. I don't want to see that happen. While it shouldn't cause a fire, shouldn't and won't are in two completely different categories for me. One of them I'm okay with. The other one makes me really uncomfortable, right? And you guys might remember when I tried to set a printer on fire. I still have that printer. We will be setting that printer on fire again. It will be a deliberate fire. We'll talk about it. But I'm not okay with a $1,000+ printer taking 3 minutes to thermal runaway. It's why I got mad at Snapmaker. It's why I would get mad at Bamboo. For those of you that don't know, I have one on the way. We do have a Bamboo coming. I did buy it. And things like that, like what happened with Nero, make me really uncomfortable from a business perspective. I just spent the better part of $1,800 on a machine that I'm not confident about anymore. And if I'm not confident of it working, that's one thing. If I'm not confident of it to not catch fire, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. So, yeah. I just wanted to ask if I own any of the products. No, I don't. What I will say is if nobody checks to see if it will catch fire, I will. The first thing I'll do when and that's the planned stream for next weekend, by the way, outside of the podcast, assuming it gets here. I ordered that Bamboo on the 22nd of December. It is still not here. So that's going to be the first thing I talk about. But the second thing will be, we're going to test for the fire. We're going to put in some regular PLA, and we're going to see what happens. If it catches fire, it catches fire. I'm going to let it happen. I don't care. 1 technically, if it catches fire, it's better for the channel, which is funny to me. But 2, I want to be able to verify that this thing is safe. Is this an anecdotal problem? Yeah. Is it something that I think a lot of users are going to come up with? No. Am I going to check it? You bet your sweet ass I'm going to check it. So, yeah. Bet your sweet ass I'm going to check it. And I have some PLA that melts really, really low temp, so we can mess around with it and put it in a scenario where it could happen. I also have some fire retardant ABS, which will be a fun thing to print with it. We'll see how well the internal filtration works. All right, we did it on the last one. We got to do it on this one too. Let's check thermal runaway. Because I can't sit here and shit on a company and then not check it on the other one. Oh, wait a minute. Let's heat this thing. We're going to heat the nozzle. What do you guys think? 290? 290 is good. 290 is good on the nozzle. The bed, let's go to 100. Let's get this baby heating up. And then we're going to pull out the thermistor. So the auto ignition temperature of PLA is 388C. It is. But I don't think it's going to auto ignite. I don't. Lost in Tech asks if I can get a refund. I probably can. But I need to test for safety first. If it is safe, great, we'll use it. If it is not safe, oh boy. Y'all don't want to miss that stream if it's not. If it's not safe, you all are going to want to be at that stream. You feel me? Because, yeah, it's going to be a thing. Does the bed thermistor come off of this printer? I don't know. We didn't check that. Let's take a look under the skirt here and see. The thermistor is built in. It is a PCB heater. The thermistor is built in. It is soldered with some wires. So, there you go. There's your answer. Hot end is at 240. This one heats way faster than the other one did. Oh, this one had black in it. These beds heat up real slow. Real slow. You can unplug cables, but if you unplug cables, you generally risk the machine erroring out rather than thermal runaway. This bench sheet looks really good. By the way, this bench sheet looks phenomenal. Like, really, really good. Remind me for next stream, I'll bring in some other cameras. Just some other webcams that we can have on the stream. No reason not to. I think we should do it. Alright, nozzle is at 290. So we're going to go ahead and remove the thermistor. I will let you guys know when I remove the thermistor. Someone can go ahead and start a timer. We'll see how long it takes. Come on. There we go. Woo! Smoke. Do I have something that I can safely set this on so it doesn't catch things on fire? It's not all metal. Here, I'll put it on top of the power supply. Puts it immediately onto my bench. Put it on top of the power supply there. All right, ready. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, no, hold on. This one doesn't want to come out. There it goes. 3, 2, 1. It's out. Thermistor is out. Thermistor is out. Thermistor is out. Temperature is falling rapidly. The hot end is literally dripping molten PLA. It is smoking, but that's expected. It is smoking. I can smell burning PLA. I can smell burning PLA. You might be able to see the smoke coming off of this thing. God, it's really... There it is! Alright, call it. Time. Thermal runaway. E1, printer halted. Please reset. Alright. Quickly, let's get this this probe in there. Alright. We are over 300 degrees. Yeah. The thermistor quickly read 308 degrees. 45 seconds. All right. There you go. 45 seconds. Juan says, I'm in the Bamboo group, and while I see the hate, I want Bamboo to succeed. I highly appreciate you guys for holding them accountable. People like me rely on you for these things. Here's the deal. I don't hate Bamboo. In fact, they passed my test. I bought one of their printers with my own money, right? I couldn't get one sent to me. I tried. I'm not cool enough. But, like, this kind of shit, it's so... I can't, right? I can't let it go. I can't let it go because there are people that spent a lot of money on these machines that are now worried about their investment, right? It's a little different when you get the printer for free. And I'm not saying that Nero is wrong or Nero is a hater. Nero's a great guy. I've spent time with him. I would trust him like a brother. Okay? But I don't like the way the Bamboo community has done this. Now, the same thing happened with the Voron community. It's why you've never seen a Voron on this channel, because the Voron community was toxic as absolute sin. But they got better. And they've gotten better. They've removed the bad actors, and it's getting better. That's what's important. So, 2-0 win for the Sovol. We see from Big B69. Bamboo needs to get a hold of this. And I had a chat about this with a buddy, and he said, you can't regulate unofficial groups. I said, you're right, you can't. So if haters want to start a group and hate, they can hate, right? Fanboys want to start a fanboy group, they can do it. But the official group needs to be moderated. And if they don't have the people to do this, they need to hire it. And if they don't have the profit margins to do it, buddy, that's business. You need to take care of your community. So, yeah. TNH Tabletop says, I'm still permabanned from the Voron Discord after a misunderstanding. You want me to reach out to someone for you? Because I can do that. So. Power Spouter asks, did we decide this printer is as good as a Mark III, but much cheaper? Thinking maybe this is my second printer. I cannot answer that for you, and I won't be able to answer that for you on this stream. I need some time with it to see. What I can tell you is this thing looks phenomenal. This benchy looks amazing. It's damn near perfect. Damn near perfect. And you know what? Since I don't have another spool of random filament, you guys will get your answer. We are going to use the highest of high quality filament, the white filament that printers come with for this one. First, though, we got to go through the process of heating everything up. I have the bed at 100C, by the way. When we reset it, I reset the bed to 100C. It's nice. It's a little chilly in here, so this is actually, you know, kind of nice. But instead, let's go ahead and level the bed, right? So I think first it wants me to do the auto Z align, right? Yeah, auto Z align. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the auto Z align first. While that's doing that, we can go ahead and cut open the high quality filament. High quality! Guys, we are 4 away from 100 concurrent viewers. That is insane. I would love to... That'd be so cool if we could get 100 concurrent viewers on this stream. Here's the world's highest quality filament. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first. This might as well be polyether imide, otherwise known as Ultim. I see 97 on the clock and only 76 likes. Like the stream if you haven't yet. And if you aren't subscribed, please do. Greatly appreciate a subscription. I am not inserting ads into this live, so if you guys do get ads, that is from YouTube. But ads will be put on this thing in post. I want people to just enjoy it. Enjoy the stream without having to deal with ads. That high quality filament. Yummy. All right. We're going down. This thing is so slow. But you know, if this print quality is any indication, damn, that's good. Like, that's really, this print quality is really good. Like, it's really good. 99 concurrent viewers. Should I get out my phone and record when we cross over to that 100 mark? Because I feel like I should. Should I? I want to do it. We're so close. We're so close to that 100 viewers. We're at 99. Oh, it went to 96. Come on, the wrong direction. There it is. We're at 96 concurrent viewers. I'm only seeing 96 on my side. Or we'll get there. That'd be kind of cool to see it, but... Oh, interesting. It hits a part of the printer. There it is. There's 100. Holy hell. That's insane, guys. Thank you. Look at that, 100 concurrent viewers. Wow. Thank you, guys. That's 103. Wow. You know, a couple of months ago, I was happy when we had 25 people. 103 concurrent viewers on my side and 94 likes. It's pretty damn good. Thank you, guys. 106. Holy shit. Welcome to 3D Musketeers. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. This is not... Like, let's go. I mean, come on. Let's freaking go. But y'all are awesome. It means people don't hate me, so I'll take it. Well, that's doing its thing. $20 super chat from Gregory Pfeiffer, one of the resident degenerates of our Discord server. If you do want to help us out, you can head over to patreon.com/3dmusketeers. 100 mark achieved. Congrats, lad. Don't forget to like the stream, peeps. That's right, Gregory Pfeiffer. You are a freaking G. You're so awesome. You guys, love this community. You guys are really, really awesome. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right? We hit 8,000 subscribers last year. We have hit over 50,000 views in 48 hours. We'll likely hit 60,000 today. And we have a podcast that should be over 100,000 views. It is all because of you guys. It's not because of me. I'm just the guy that talks a lot, right? It's because of you guys. Thank you for what you do in making all of this happen. Because I wouldn't be here doing this if nobody watched the videos, right? We do this because it's fun. Thank you guys. A $5 super chat from Jared Upton says, keep it up. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Big B69 says, Sovol community taken over. Duff says, could be some Bamboo fans watching and waiting for you to slip. You know. Glad my printer didn't freak out before that mark. All right, so we got to go through on this machine. We got to go to the bed leveling. We got to save it. Got to save our settings. And then we got to go to And I'm looking at this sheet, by the way. $1.49 from Zombie Hedgehog with the diamond hands. That's right. Let's go. After that, we have to go to the bed leveling. So we're gonna do that. Level bed. Leveling bed requires machine to heat up. Go ahead and heat it up, baby. Let's go. More info is further up. I'm confused. More people should use stickers. They are fun. Look, I don't want to... Look, if you guys want to donate money to the channel, it's greatly appreciated. It is not required. The only thing that I do ask is if you don't want to contribute financially, that you share a video with somebody, that you leave a like, that you're subscribed. That kind of stuff is important to me as a creator because it helps the channel grow and gets us to a point where I can afford to do this without too much craziness. There's Karen. Hey, Karen, how you doing? The only Karen that I actually appreciate and put up with. Eric W says this money is for that sexy spool of test filament. Oh yeah, it's sex. Hey, wait a minute. Might get demonetized for this. It's so attractive. That's weird. We're not going to do that. Should I throw it in some water for you, Eric, so we can call it a hot tub stream? Hey, Karen, how you doing? But we've got a size shaming. We got a pair of Sovol SV06s here for those that are joining us brand new. We got one running already. We've tested them both. They have thermal runaway protection at about 45 seconds. They do get hot enough to start smoking, but it only takes 45 seconds. So there's that. This one is, I mean, honestly, the Benchy looks beautiful. I'm sincerely impressed with it. We're leveling this one out now, and once that's done, we're going to start a Benchy with this printer with this wonderful spool of filament. So Zombie's asking the question that matters, right? Would I get 4 of these or 1 Prusa? God, I don't know. Oh, John Stern with a $5 super chat. This channel is getting hotter than an Ain't It printer without a thermistor. Oh, it's spicy, and I like the spice. I like how spicy it is. You guys are awesome. Okay. So would I get 4 of these or 1 Prusa? I would get 2 of these and a Prusa Mini. That's what I would do. That is my answer, and I'm sticking to it. I love the Prusa Minis. My Minis are over here. I don't know if... Yeah, you guys can't see them. They're out of the shot. But there's one of my Minis right there. Absolutely love the Minis. And they're over there. The video for Wednesday is going to be about Z Offset. So the Minis are out here because when I'm done with the stream, I'm going to set up to film for Wednesday's video. Spoiler alert. Yeah. I like the Minis. And I think that having some Prusa quality is nice. But I would... God, I hate this, right? I love my Prusas. I love my Mark IIIs. I have 9 of them. But it's just missing a runout sensor. It's missing a runout sensor. And that's it. Yeah, okay, it's missing Prusa support. So here's something to note, right? Prusas are very expensive. They're very expensive. And the thing with a Prusa is that it's not just about the printer. It is about more than the printer. It's about the community. It's about the support that you get. It's about the warranty. It's about funding printables. It's about the quality of components and commitment to 100% open source currently. I don't know if the XL will be 100% open source, but the Mark IIIs and Mini are, right? It is all about that commitment to open source. And as a newbie, the value of that is innumerable. I cannot put a dollar value on it. Prusa obviously has, but I haven't. And I can't. But I believe if you're a fresh newbie in this industry, having a community and a support system like Prusa is impossible to beat. Being able to go to their live chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 363 days last year. They took 2 days off. That's it. Every other day you had about a 15-minute window. That's nuts. And if you're someone that struggles with machines, or you're new and you're not certain, that's invaluable. And you're not going to get that with this, right? A Sovol is not a good first printer, because you're not going to get support from it. You're just not. If you're the type of person that likes to tinker and says, I can do this myself, I can find the resources myself, maybe. But otherwise, I don't think so. Is this better than a Mark III? Yes. If we're comparing pure price point, yes. It is. Because if we ignore outside of, like, the non-monetary benefits of a Prusa, and we look at printer for printer, money for money, it's better. Is it a Prusa killer? I don't think so. I got to abuse them for a bit, run the piss out of them to see, and then find out. But for right now, I am pleasantly surprised with this machine. Pleasantly surprised with this machine. As Zombie says, you can't always trust that community support. That's fair. Prusa support, you can generally trust them. So now we're going to go through and do our probe offset. Oh, God. We got to come way down. No, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be right. Why? What is going... It's way too far away. I've clearly done something different. Yeah, we can live adjust Z, but it's really, really far. So let me auto home it one more time and see. This I am worried about. This cable getting stuck. I am worried about that. The glow-in-the-dark Ultem benchies don't come cheap. And that's fair for most people. There it is. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Repair. Nope. Bed leveling. C probe offset. That's what I'm looking for. That's way closer. That's what I was hoping for. If it's anything like the other one, yeah, it's going to be somewhere around the 1.85 range. Okay. All right. Time for the alcohol. Time for a benchy. Hey, Kasap. How you doing, buddy? This one is yours. All right, we're going to store the setting. I don't like the screen. I don't have to like the screen. I'm not supposed to like the screen. The screen is obviously a choice that they made. I don't agree with this choice. I'm going to send the Z-axis up some so we can clean the bed. Alcohol. It evaporated already. All right. We're ready to print on number 2. Ready to print on number 2. It is not a touch screen, Karen. I don't know if I like touch screens. A lot of times I don't. I don't really like touch screens on printers. because they're normally really poorly implemented. I know the Bamboo has a touchscreen, and it's supposed to be pretty decent. Or at least the X1 Carbon does. But, I don't know. I like old school. There we go. We got this crappy white PLA loaded. There you go. You can see the crappy white PLA coming out of it. You guys happy now? You're forcing me to do this. You're forcing me to do this. I love the screen on the Ender 3v2. Clipper screen has been my best experience though. So this, I think this is the same screen that you use for Clipper. Yeah. I'm kind of with Hack Monkey on this, that I don't really care for screens because generally they're just terrible. I feel the same way, dude. All right, we are ready to print. Kind of insane to say, but whoa! The SD cards are different. This one has a few other models on it. This one only has the Benchy, I think. Yeah. This one only has the Benchy. Interesting. The SD cards are different. Huh. Very interesting. All right, I'm going to turn this one around so you guys can see it. We got two Sovol. Two Sovol printing. We'll see how this one looks for its first couple layers. And this was also 185. That one was 175. So they have adjusted their G-code. Not a huge fan of that because that means depending on when you got the printer, some things are different. And that's a rough one. All right, I got my Z-probe offset open. We are ready. Are they as quiet as they seem? Yeah. Yeah, the fan's the loudest things on them. They are like the... So, here's the nice thing about V-Wheels and why people like V-Wheels. They're quiet. They're really quiet. And also, does this trigger anybody? Does it trigger anybody that I put the filament spools on backwards? This one's on backwards. This one is on the way the Sovol wants it. Because I wanted to. It's fun to do that. Yeah, the loudest thing on them is the fans, but the ball bearings are louder, right? Ball bearings are louder than V-Wheels. V-Wheels are quiet because you don't have balls sliding across metal rails. You have them inside of an actual bearing, which is quieter, right? The metal rails will resonate throughout the printer. You know, round ball bearings don't. Yeah, Duff's PSA of the day, spend the extra money on a good SD card. I 100% agree. The SD cards, and these are micro SD cards, that these printers come with are absolute trash. Do not use them. Did I get this right the first time? I think I did. Yeah, it's a little far. So, similar to Prusa, the probes are not the same. So the Z offset that worked for one of them does not work for the other. Sorry, it's a little boring. I'm just trying to get it right. I should have another camera. Yeah. Lubed ball bearings. Grant doesn't believe in that. I do. But Prusa's ball bearings are loud. It's a thing. These are pretty quiet, though. These printers are moving much slower than I move my Prusas, too. That's a little too close. Do 195? Yeah, we can. All right. Cool. Ah, two Sovols running. Once this one does layer 2 and it looks good, I'm going to crank the speed on it. And we're going to see how loud this one gets from the factory. Zombie says, if only Prusa lubed their bearings. They do. The bearings come pre-lubed. And that's fair. Lube all bearings are no louder. What do we see? What else we got here? Yeah. Okay, Karen. This was asked. This was asked. People in the chat requested it. All right, we're good. So let's turn this one up to, what do you guys think? 200%? I think 200% is a good number. Right? 200%? 200%. So let's really test it. So I think you're going to run out of stepper motor on this, because that's the one downside of the planetary drive, is you can't run too fast. You will eventually run out of stepper motor, because the stepper motor can only turn so fast before it starts to lose position. So at 200%, you can see it is moving much faster, but we're definitely acceleration limited. Looks clean though. Looks real clean. The E-Man asks, does the amount of gigabyte matter to use the micro SD card with these printers? No, I normally go for 8 gig, but you can go more, you can go less. I have 128 megabyte SD cards, which are always fun to mess with people. Yeah. Ludicrous speed. No, that's bamboo. This will not get anywhere near that fast. We are absolutely acceleration limited here, and I wish I could change that on the fly, but this is the stock G-code that the printers come with, so I'm not too surprised. This one's looking great. This one is running double the speed, so we'll see how it looks in a little bit. Zombie says, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the extruder design is one of the fastest or high flow. On these, I don't know. So the planetary system is set up so it's high torque, which means it's low speed, which means the stepper motor must turn considerably more to turn the extruder. What that means is you don't have issues gripping filament, but it means the stepper motor has to turn a ton. I would guess the steps per millimeter on this are something like 2,000 or 3,000. But that means the more that you step, the less you have left, right? Stepper motors should only turn so fast before they lose position. And because they're not servos and they don't have Hall effect sensors on them, they don't have a way to measure where they're locating. If a stepper motor skips a step, it doesn't know any better. It has no clue, and it just keeps going as if its life hasn't changed. So that's why for a lot of machines, you'll see them get stepper limited in current so that you don't overdo them. So like machines with really, really hardcore acceleration, you'll see can sometimes end up losing position because they're moving so fast. The inertia of the machine is enough to get over the actual motion of stepper motors. Yeah. What else we got in here? Is it possible to adjust the Z while printing? Yes, it is. That's what I was doing. I was doing my live adjust Z. It's very similar to what a Prusa does. You can live adjust the Z as it's printing. It is expected to be able to do that, so I'm glad that you can. The build of this is really easy. The first one took an hour. The second one took less than that. We've been streaming for, what, 2.5 hours now? It's going really, really well. I am incredibly impressed with this machine for the money. I would hedge to say that I don't think you're going to get a better printer for the money. And I have not tried the Elegoo yet. Elegoo said to come back when I have 10K. Is what it is. But I would say for the money right now, if you know what you're doing or you're willing to take the risk, you will be hard-pressed to beat this machine for the money. Hard-pressed. TNH says you're going to DM me. Awesome. Please. Oh, and yes, Chris Catlett. Ah, this is a fun one. You want an SD card smaller than 32 gigs so that you can put it into FAT32 or exFAT. FAT32. Because that was a problem. That was a problem. And your name is Lewis. Okay, I call everyone by their screen names because I don't want to, like, I know who Kasap is. I know who Catlett is. Gregory Fiverr doesn't hide his. I know who Hack Monkey and Zombie are, but I don't call them by their real names. Because if they're hiding behind anonymity, I want them to be able to hide behind their anonymity. And I'm not going to remember it anyways. No offense. Something to note. That is a little wiggly. The cables for... Let me see. Can we see it on the top down? Oh, yeah, we can. The cables here are a little wiggly. It's wiggly on both machines. But, like, these gripes are so freaking minor. This printer is way better than it has any reason to be. Like, straight up, it has... How sturdy is the gantry? Can I wobble it? Oh yeah, I can wobble it, but I don't know if that's because everything is not 100% tight. Let me go through and retorque it and see. Could be a me thing. I didn't really give it the full beans. I just kind of tightened it. No, those are... You know, let's get out the cheater bar. Liz is here. How you doing, Liz? So, you're screwing aluminum into aluminum. It's going to, yeah, I mean, it's going to be gummy at some point. I can tighten these a lot more, and I'm sure that would stiffen it up. But for the purposes of the print, it's pretty darn stiff. I don't have any complaints about it. But I have a feeling I'm going to strip the threads out. Liz, I'm so excited that you found a place and you're moving into it. I am so happy for you. So yeah, Kasap, I am able to tighten these more, but I'm concerned that I'm going to strip the threads out because it's all aluminum. It do get pretty tight. Yeah, it gets pretty tight. So, I mean, I was not tightening it this much before. Yeah, it definitely gets tight. How about up here? Oh yeah, these I can tighten up. That's what I thought was wiggling on me last time, where this bolt's up here. So yeah, I mean, just make sure everything's tighter. Shouldn't be too bad. Pretty stiff. I forget that you are older than me, but you're not. Yeah, all the parts on this machine are injection molded. So everything that you see is injection molded, or it's aluminum. Or I think this might be steel. Be careful on the dissimilar metals as well. You will potentially run into galvanic corrosion. Is that going to be an issue here? Probably not, but might as well mention it. You know, in the off chance that it is a problem for some people. I'm not going to say it's a Prusa killer, because I do believe that the software side of Prusa, like, I don't have a Prusa slicer profile for this. I'm going to have to build one. And I will release it to our Patreon members. So, if you are a Patreon member, or I'll release it in our Discord. That's what I'll do. So if you do want a Prusa slicer profile for this machine, it will be in our Discord, and I'll release the $5 and up Patreon members. I don't think there's one out. I think these machines are pretty good. Do I prefer injection molded over 3D printed? As long as I can reprint the parts and replace them, I don't care. Injection molding is nice, but it's not as much fun, right? It's a 3D printer. It's kind of cool if the parts are also 3D printed. And I know that's kind of contradictory to what is stronger, right? Because Injection molded parts, generally speaking, will be stronger as long as they're injection molded well. If they're not using good quality molds, they're not using good quality plastic, it's not going to matter. It's going to end up being crappy. Did I ever check if the gantry, in fact, is perpendicular to the bed, like with a set square? I did not. This appeared to have plenty of strength to push it up. And the bed appears to be level. I have not done a big part, obviously, and I have nothing sliced for this machine, but we will do a follow-up video on this in probably a month or so, maybe a month. You know, even at 200, it looks pretty good. Zombie asks, where's my chicken soup? Oh, right. That's how Modbot did it. No chicken soup cans. No chicken soup cans. That's okay, though. Got another triple-digit concurrent viewers. That is insane, guys. I'm beside myself. That is nuts. And these printers are... They're good. They're really, really good. If you are trying to get an affordable Prusa-style printer and you don't want to pay the Prusa tax, I don't think you're going to get a better deal. So what were the differences that you found so far? Just the SD card. Yeah. So, the one they sent me, the bed was loose. The screws weren't tight to the ball bearing, so I had to do that. Otherwise, the machines are, from what I can tell, identical. They were both set to 230 volts. So if you are in the US and you get one, make sure you change it to 115 or it won't heat properly. The bed on this one, the bed belt was loose. The one that Sovol sent was perfectly fine. We did tear apart the extruder on this one so we could see what it looked like. It looks really nice. I am a little cautious of the plastic planets in the planetary drive system. The sun is a pressed brass gear, but the planets, so the sun is in the middle, the planets go around the sun, right? This is how planetary gearboxes work. The planets are plastic with a ball bearing on them, so at least they're not going to wear on the center shaft. But over time, I'm concerned about the amount of grease. I don't think they have... I don't think they have enough grease. Liz said, if you were beside yourself, we might think you have a twin. I do have a twin, but he's not here. Liz does know that. The likes have surpassed the watches, and that's insane. Yeah. More of an Ender 3 killer. This is 100% an Ender 3 killer. You should never buy an Ender 3. You should buy one of these. Period. End of story. Do not buy from Creality. Go buy from a different company. Go buy an Anycubic Cobra Go. Go buy a Elegoo Neptune 3 Pro. This is 235 by 235 by 250. Damn it, it is really, really good. It is really good. Ender 3's killed themselves. Gregory Piper says, Hack Monkey gets it. That's right. Ender 3's do. The fit and finish is okay. I'm noticing some of the bolts are proud, and I'm like, are they loose? No, they're not loose. They're just proud. Their injection molding looks pretty good. I'm not seeing any signs of, like, overstressed molds. I can see that these top molds shrink a fair bit. I can actually see the shrinkage that's caused in it. And they've added a lot of ribbing to try to keep everything lightweight. I don't give them credit there. I'm not a huge fan of the ribbon cable, but I think their implementation of it is pretty good. And even at 200%, it's absolutely limited by acceleration, but the print looks great. This Benchy, on the other hand... And this is matte gray filament. Like, you can't hide crap from a matte gray filament. You just can't. And at 195, and that was a guess, at 195, it is running like a Swiss watch. The only thing that I can really poke my head at is the bed cable. So here, I'm going to switch to just part of the top down. Who's tagging me? Thanks. Sorry, I'm being tagged in random places. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Oh, okay. Joel tagged me in Billy's Discord. Let's see. Let me do just... Okay. This cable right here, the bed cable. I am worried about it because it can absolutely get caught down there, and I don't think that's enough. Same thing with this X-axis cable. It can get caught underneath the machine. You can print something to solve that. Like, you can print something to keep the X-axis cable from getting caught under there. But the way that we look at this right now, if this printer comes dead straight up, it has a tendency to get caught on the edge. I'll design a part for it, and we'll release it so you guys can print out the part to fix that problem. As for the back side of it, I'm not 100% sure how I would fix this. I don't know if it's going to be a problem, but it just looks like it could be. The other thing that's a little bit odd about the wiring is the amount... Oh, it won't show it because it's a fisheye. But the amount of spare wire left from these XT60s is pretty heavy. It's more than I would like. It's more than I would like. So, yeah. John Stern is out of here, dude. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for contributing to 100 people. Over 100 people! It blows my mind. Thank you for contributing, guys. Thank you all for being here and being a part of this stream. I am beside myself. I talk a lot, but I'm beside myself. Oh, that's a good one. Moto4 Prototyping asks, if this cost 300, 400, or 500, is it still worth it? No, because there's competition out there. The Elegoo Neptune 3 Pro, if this was $300, I'm on the fence. Because take a Neptune 3 Pro and add an all metal hot end to it, a good one, like a Micro Swiss, you're going to cost $65. I saw a 113, Chris. Is going to be about $65 to add that on. Okay, not that bad, not good, not bad, right? It's passable. But once you go above 300, you start kind of running out of room here, because upgrading a Neptune 3 Pro with an all metal is going to cost you less. So, thoughts on a 0.6 nozzle with Arachnid Jacob Doodle? Jacob asks. Love 0.6. I love a 0.6 millimeter nozzle. Arachne is great as a slicing engine, so it will work. It works well. Duff says it's crazy. I can remember when it was an average 20 viewers. Duff, that was only like 2 months ago. It was only like 2 months ago. Thank you everyone for coming here and hanging out. Like, seriously. Yeah, there were some cool guests back then. When we had Seth Polanski on, we had the inventor of Phase 10, the second best-selling card game on the planet. We had Lisa Lloyd, a Shark Tank show inventor. Chun Ung, the inventor of the Rainbow Loom, which was the best-selling toy in 2014 and won global award. Like, we had some really cool people. But yeah. Zombie says, oh boy, Arachne, it under extrudes still in all my tests. Dude, it looks great to me. I'm getting beautiful prints with the Arachne slicer, so I might look and say maybe it's a printer thing, and your steps per millimeter may not be 100%. Dan Brunemer says, sorry, I missed it. Damn, it's okay, Dan. Dan, we still got to get you on a damn podcast. I've been talking about it, and I keep forgetting to message you on LinkedIn. Dan, if you're looking at Cartesian printers and you're not looking to spend a bunch of money, this is it. I will say under $500, you're not going to beat this printer. There's nobody out there that can beat this printer. Sovol made that blue for you, didn't they? Orange is overrated. No, but you know, it is very close to the 3DM blue. Ooh, it's really close. I might have to have a talk with Sovol about this.
I did get a Hack Monkey says I did get a huge laugh reading the Bamboo CEO AMA, where he said their biggest challenge was being naive as they weren't 3D printing people before they started. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. A splash of red and whoa. Yeah, I dig it. These machines are amazing. I will be beating the ever-loving hell out of these for the next couple of weeks. Bridging looked beautiful on this. Yeah, I'll be using these heavily. I will be building a Prusa slicer profile later this afternoon. Because I really, really want to use this as a Prusa slicer. Because right now we're just using the stock slice benchies. And I will be pushing the limits on these printers. How long for the first benchy? It has been going for 1 hour and 35 minutes, I think. Maybe. I honestly don't know. I didn't take a time when we started it. I think it's 1 hour 35. It says it's got 10% left, though. It's 90.5% complete. It says 01:35, so I think that's 1 hour 35. That is a long time. I mean, obviously, these are very, 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 you know, conservative benchies. We can go faster, and we will be going faster. Not today, though. We will not be doing that today. The bed sticks well. I'm pulling off the little edge pieces. Yeah, bed sticks really, really well. I like the texture. I don't like how loose the magnet is, so we might be doing some Wham Bam upgrades for these and compare them. But yeah, I like it. I was originally not a huge fan of the way this cable was done, but it looks like it's got enough stiffness in it that it's okay. The filament path is okay. I don't like spools on printers. It's a Dolly Parton problem. It makes them way too top heavy. The knobs to adjust everything is great. I hate their logo on this. I will be replacing these knobs with ones with my own damn logos. Because I freaking can. I didn't check the motherboards. We didn't do that. We should have done that. Let's do that real quick. While it's printing, because what the hell? What are we going to do? Kill a print? Who cares? Let's open up the motherboard. And let's see if we can tell if the wires are soldered. I want to see if the wires are soldered. Well, now let me open this one. We'll see. Is that too big? What size are you? There you are. Oh, it's got a little fan. And whoa, it has an actual fuse. Okay. All right. All right. An actual freaking fuse. I want to see, and I'm going to need a light for it. I want to see if it is soldered. It's got ferrules! No kidding! Holy crap! Credit where it's due, Sovol. Credit where it is due. We got room on the board for some other connectors as well. No kidding. It has got wire ferrules. Holy crap. There's no argument for that. Wait, what's going on? We have an argument in the chat right now. And it is fused. It has UART apparently. That's good. Why? Where? Oh, the screw's not in there. Yeah, the screw fell out, you ding dong. It is fused, so that's great. Is it worth 300 euros? Ronnie Rothif says. All right, so Ronnie, to be clear, I have not paid for either one of these. This one was sent by Sovol. This one was sent by a buddy of mine who happens to be in the chat. I would say 300 euros. It's a great deal. But I'm a little concerned for a initial printer. They're not as easy to use as people would want for first printers. And that worries me because I think the average user is going to look at it and say, oh man, it's a great printer.
I'm never going to have to do anything for it. No, it's not. It's not going to be that easy, and you're not going to get support from the company. So if you're willing to take a risk and say, I don't mind risking some cash to not have to, to not get support. I'm going to move this over here. To not get support from a company, fine. Go ahead. I think they're worth it, but I've been doing this now for 15 years. I've been 3D printing for 15 years. So the challenges that come with this printer don't scare me at all, right? Other than a filament runout sensor, this thing has everything I'd be looking for in a machine, right? Now, I've already stated publicly that I'm not buying more Mark III's, and that's because Prusa is, and very much is, working on the replacement for it. And I don't want to deal with the upgrade path. So I'm waiting. I'm buying minis, but I don't know if I will be buying more minis with this printer. It's a pretty good printer. Duff asks if there's any hot glue. There is hot glue on the stepper motor driver connections. It's the Creality board re-engineered somehow to add UART. Okay. I don't know. Fused ferrule connectors, and are the steppers swappable? No, they are not. The steppers are soldered. You cannot do that. Yeah, being accessible, and the wire management here is great as well. A+ for that. Prusa is still a perfect first printer. The guides are everything, Maddie says. I agree. That's why I still recommend Prusas for a first printer. It's a great printer. It's a great printer. It's a phenomenal second printer. To have the benefit of a Prusa manual, like this manual, objectively from, where'd it go? Oh. Objectively for a printer of its price point, a manual that is this good is actually better than it should be, right? The instructions are relatively clear. The the hardware's clear. There's not that many things you need to do. I would say that the leveling guide's a little confusing and easily missed. But overall, I'm going to give the build process like a 7 out of 10. A Prusa gets a 10. Prusa absolutely gets a 10. So yeah, Jacob asked, could you do a video on how you go about doing a first printer slicer tuning? 2 birds, 1 stone. Yeah, we could. We could do that, He's been doing that since his last haircut. That's funny. Room on the board for filament sensor. There is room on the board for a filament sensor, and there's even room on the board on the tool head for a filament sensor, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's been over 2 years since a haircut for me. My hair doesn't grow very fast. Are these running Clipper without issues? I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But if they can run Clipper without issues, this might be a really cool way for me to get into Clipper, because I kind of want to do it really bad. But I'm afraid because I really suck at programming. Thing is, the controller is cheap to swap out if need be. That's fair. Oh, hey, we're done. Nice. All right. You're mine. Holy shit. All right. Here you go. Well, over there, Grant. There you go. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me swap to top-down only. Let's just do straight overhead. Overhead only. Right? Here you guys go. There's the benchy. That benchy is really clean. This is filament that's been in my garage for 8+ months. 8+ months this has been in my garage. The bow is perfect. It's got some issues with extrusion. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up all that well. We'll see. But up here on kind of the captain's area, there is some lines. Yeah, there you go. You might be able to see that. There are some lines.
Chimney is perfect. Bottom looks pretty good. This was more on me than on them, but you can see I didn't have it tuned perfectly. Son of a bitch. That's a really good looking benchy. That's a oh wait, yeah, let's look at those overhangs. Perfect. Perfect. What the hell? This printer is way better than it has any reason to be. This printer is way better than it has any reason to be. Jacob is asking what causes the lines. The lines are normally inconsistent extrusion issues. I can see that we have some issues with it moving. So we might have a loose belt. Well, the belts are tight. Well, that one, I mean, it could go a little tighter. I could see some artifacting with the extrusion, but again, this is a benchy that comes from them. This isn't one that we sliced. And that makes it a little bit different. But I will say that is a really clean benchy. And the only way that I can see a lot of the problems is when I let the light hit it directly. To be clear, there's a light on top. There's a light above me. There's one here, and there's one over there. Okay, so we have a lot of lighting here. I can turn on extra lighting. This will help you guys out a little bit. That extra light might help show the problems a little bit better. But then I have to turn that back off for filming. Yeah. I will say this is a very good benchy. That's a very clean benchy. And this is filament that throws no punches. It is very, very, very hard to get clean results with a matte gray filament. So, yeah, I am incredibly impressed. I am incredibly impressed. This printer should not be this good, right? To be clear, this printer should not be this good. For this price point, it should not be this good. That's crazy to me. The overhangs look great. There are some lines. I'm going to work on those. I'm assuming with a tuned profile, can probably tune a lot of that out. But I'm basically going to copy over my Mark 3S profile, adjust the sizes for it, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything else. And I hope that works. Maddie says, I think I had the same lines when I upgraded my Mini with a Revo. Decrease the minimum print speed and slow down if layer time is below. Yeah, that might work. That might do it. Yeah, guys, I am absolutely impressed. Absolutely impressed. The power supply fan is loud, though. That is the loudest thing on these machines. But if you really want it, and you know what you're doing, if you are not, like, if you don't understand electronics, don't do this, but you could replace the fan. But please, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do that, because that is a great way to kill yourself, so please don't do that. Be very, 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 very careful if you do that. And know how to drain capacitors, because power capacitors in here are going to be nasty. But yeah, the loudest thing on these printers is the power supply fan. It does not turn off. The extruder control does look pretty good. The start and stop for the retraction, I can see a little bit of zitting on it. But like, at what point am I really sitting here trying to find fault? This is a perfectly passable benchy. And I don't believe there's a single person that would look at this and say, this is a crappy benchy. And I think if I said that this came off of a $1,000 printer, nobody would question it whatsoever. And that is insane. How's the white one looking? Looking pretty good. Yeah, I know. No qualms about the white one. Drill a hole in the capacitor and turn it upside down. God, guys are degenerates.
Most people use the Mark III profile, as I understand. And you probably can. Yeah, Ostrike says, what are they using for the nozzle in the extruder? It is put the nozzle on the screen here. It's a weird Mark 8 style nozzle. Oh, come on. It's a weird Mark 8 style nozzle. And the extruder is a planetary direct drive dual gear extruder. I am beside myself. Like, if you told me, Grant, 15 years from when you're building printers out of plywood and using nichrome wire around a bolt as a hot end, that you're going to have a printer that is sub $250 US when it's on sale, be this damn good, I would tell you you are full of shit. I would tell you are full of shit. This thing is way better. Way better than it has any reason to be. From a first glance. Now, let me take him into the office and legitimately run this snot out of them. And then we'll see. But for right now, shit. It's pretty good. Zombie, you're out. I'll see you, dude. Take care. TNH says, going to get everything ready for the next PFA shipment so my website is ready. Awesome. Good luck, dude. What is everybody else doing today? What does the rest of your day look like? Y'all just hanging out? What's going on in your lives? Greg says, when you have to scour a part for issues, then it passes. Yep. That's fair. It's totally fair. For the price, just replace the power supply with a fanless Meanwell or Delta. I mean, it's actually pretty fair. Is the bed held on with clips or U-bolts? I don't know. I don't think we ever tested that. Printed clip U-bolt thing. Or not printed. Injection molded U-bolts. Injection molded U-bolts, basically. Very unwieldy. Alright, forget it. I'm just going to cut you, and there. I was going to take all the time to, like, you know, unload it. No, just going to cut it. All right. Let's look. Yep. It is a triplet of injection molded holders. The soldering is a little... How you doing, though? Let me see if we can get that on camera here. Oh, here. You know what, Grant? Why don't you make it easier for them to see what you're doing, Grant? Come on. Let's see. Let's go to main overhead. There we go. There you go. There's the soldering on it. It's okay. But it's injection molded clips that hold in the ball bearings. These are heavy. I would say they're probably close to 15 pounds. Oh. I'm bad back, man. My kind of stuff hurts. Do it for you guys. Do it for you guys. Oh, Pazla says I'm finding Southern screwing cleats and French cleats. French cleats. Lost in Texas trying to build a Voron, but you're distracting me. Wayne says building a filament rewinder. Awesome. Laser welding plastics Worst Peter is working on. I saw that in our Discord. That thing is very interesting. Black Canyon Model Works is waiting on parts to finish. Cookie TM stuck in CAN bus hell on my Voron, but I have a date the rest of the day. Hell yeah! Good luck on your date. Big B69 says that he gets theirs next week. Hack Monkey says, do I have a concern with the cooling fan intake facing the bed sucking up bits? I mean, if your first layer sucks and your settings suck, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that's Sovol's fault. That's That's your fault. Monoform says, thanks for now. Bye. Duff says that would be a good part to clip for the review right now. Shit. Oh. Bill says, still trying to shake off the flu. Hope you feel better. Kasop says, how dare you treat 8-month-old garage filament like that? Yeah. And if that, you know, this is proof that it's not wet filament. This has been in my garage all summer. All summer. In Florida. It's fine. Look at it. It's fine. All right, going back to the main. What else we got going on here? Karen's working on a robot. Hybrid Robotics is fiddling with 2 development kits today. TNH is working on putting a Hero Me onto a Sovol. Have I stretched the bed wire lead? Looks real short. It's actually okay. Still plenty of slack. Can it fall? No, it doesn't look like it wants to. If we make it like absolutely the worst possible, no. The bed cannot get caught from what I'm looking at. It does not look like it would get caught. So that's a huge plus. Huge plus. Turn that back on. I'm incredibly impressed with this machine. Incredibly impressed with this machine. Is it me or do French cleats sound sexier than it should? Yeah, it's true. They do. They sound sexier than they should. Does the film become brittle after being left in the garage? Here's the filament. No. It does not. Now, this is a matte filament, so your mileage may vary. But this didn't. The other one is a carbon fiber PLA, so it's carbon fiber. It's naturally brittle. Let's see. Finished some mini painting, heading to family dinner. Good luck. Kasop said, found my turbo was leaking oil into the charge pipe. Had a quart of oil in the pipe and intercooler. Well, it's just keeping it lubricated. No, that's actually bad news. You don't want that. Is it getting past the journal bearing? What's going on? Gregory Pfeiffer says, 1 idea, former serviced, 1 to go. 3D print help. Making heat insert stand out of old desktop portable drill press stand. Hell yeah. Duff says, Ostrike talk formulas to me. Was it in a bag, Karen asks. No, it has been out there the entire time. You can actually go back in the videos and see. New turbo time. Ooh, that's no fun. Ooh. Georgos? I don't know, man. That last name's tough. What is the bed size? It is printable 235 by 235 by 250. It's a Sovol SV06. Planetary direct drive, dual gear, all metal, hot end. Ball bearings on all. 32-bit. Sensorless homing. Outside of a filament runout sensor, it's got everything that you'd want on a printer. It's insane to me. It is absolutely insane. Ah, yeah, past the bearing seals. That's no fun. Turbo leaking oil equals runaway diesel. That's fair. I got an Neptune 3 Pro in a box in front of me that I'm about to unbox. Awesome. Good luck. It says 220 by 220 by 250 on their website. Okay. All right. Let's find out. We got another one that we can mess with, so let's go to prepare. Auto home, and then we're going to move an axis until we're going to find out. Oh, interesting. All right. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to auto home it, and then we're going to move it, and we're going to see how far we can get before it runs into something. So far, this thing it's printing really good. Even this bend sheet looks fine. So that tells us we can run these printers faster, which is what we would want.
Okay. Pair. Move axis. Move X. To the mill. So we'll bring it all the way back to 0. That's 0. There's 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 10, 20, 220. Yeah. It's 220. Crazy. Worst Peter says, great, if you're going to overstate the size of something, at least do it by more than 15 millimeters. Hey, look, I'll take whatever I could get these days, all right? An extra 15 mil is going to go a long way in my world. I love our Discord. The good news, Kasop says, the good news today is the engine was burning oil only because it was being fed oil, not bad rings. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, there you go. It is only 220. Huh. That changes it for me. I thought it was 235. I don't have the specs in front of me, so I'm just kind of going off of what it tells me. And I thought it was more than that. It's not. That's okay. You know. That's all I got, guys. I think we're going to call it. This thing's printing well. They're both printing really, really well. This benchy is one of the cleanest benchies I've seen from a stock printer at this price point ever. But yeah, I really don't think there's too much else for us to be streaming. I mean, if you guys want to hang out, we can keep hanging out. I don't care. But I am incredibly impressed with this machine. It is 220 by 220 by 250. Thank you guys for the corrections. It prints a beautiful benchy with stock code. I will release a Prusa Slicer profile to our Patreon, and I'll put it in our Discord. Hopefully get that done later today. Micro SD card is meh, but you can get those extensions that go to regular SD pretty cheaply, so I'm not too worried about that. Where in the Discord will it be? I don't know. Figure it out. Jacob says, but pews are designed for 235. I can't help you, buddy. Turn it on an angle. That's all I got. Where in the Discord? Probably under video, our video ideas chat. So I can make it its own subtopic. But yeah. No, we're not that cool. We don't have the Bang Discord thing. The Discord is behind the $10 tier on our Patreon. No public Discord at the moment. We might change that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to deal with haters, and I like kind of our small group of people. And it's more meaningful to gate it. I know that people are going to be upset about that. I don't quite frankly care. It's my business, and I can do what I want. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it, guys. This is a great printer. It's a great printer. Way better than I was expecting it to be. And thankfully, outside of the SD cards being a little bit different, there is no difference between them. So that is always a plus. I like the blue. Can't hate that. But we're gonna give these things a proper shakedown here in the upcoming couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. I don't know if we're going to do an official channel video about this, since this is a 3.5 hour stream, and I think it's going to piss off my my editor if I force him to do that. So probably won't do it. But, you know, got to keep the editor happy, you know? It's always about keeping the editor happy. But yeah, guys, that's it. I think we're going to call it. Stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And as always, keep making awesome. And thank you all for over 100 people live. Over 100 people alive. Thank you guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.